We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Trex from Nerds of the Apocalypse. I'm also with my other Nerds of the Apocalypse brother with Stevie B.
Let me do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
No, it's not welcome back.
Oh, we're not.
It's not welcome back.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We are here to talk about the E3 conferences. It's going to be a pretty long video, but we're going to try and go through all the highlights, our best, basically our favorites, the best, the worst, and just, probably honorable mentions. Also get a shout out because we're partnered up with agentsofgeek.com.
Word up.
Yes. Thank you to my friend Christina for throwing this at us, and I'm sorry she couldn't be here with us to do this. She had other engagements. That was more important. It really was more important.
All right. I'll allow it this time, Christina.
There was begging involved from a friend.
Okay.
So be sure to head over to agentsofgeek.com for all the movies, video games, all a bunch of geeky stuff that's really important, and there's some great articles from this.
Hold on one second. You're right. You were taking notes for an article for them, and it was like gigantic.
Yeah, all this. Some of these pages are actually from the E3 conferences, so I could do these. So I can do this. This is a lot of stuff. So yeah.
Right. Here we are. Okay. So you just want to go conference by conference? What's up?
We're gonna go by conference by conference.
So what does this look like right now for them?
It's actually just a bunch of logos I meant to show you. It's the E3, Agents of Geek, and there's the Apocalypse logo. And like those fashion forms of when people are going down the red carpet, you got the logos back there on that backdrop. That's basically what they do. Stop touching it.
It's great. Okay. This is gonna be
We're in front of a green screen. This is
the first time I've seen it.
He's just grabbing nothing.
I should have worn a green shirt.
Don't get... Yeah, I've done that. It gets awkward.
Okay, let's go.
So the first conference we're going to talk about is the Bethesda Studios, our first ever conference for E3.
I saw the funniest video. They were showing Fallout 4. It was like all the different things you can do in Fallout 4, and it was a video of Vince McMahon. And they're like,
oh yeah, and
then he falls out because all the different stuff. I played Fallout 3. Fallout 3 means a lot to me because I played it while Heather was pregnant. So it was like Heather's my wife, for people to know. It was like the last game I played without a kid. You know what I mean? One that I could stay up till 4 in the morning, it doesn't matter. She was asleep in the bed. I had my little headset on, and I was just sitting at the edge of the bed playing, So that was like the last big game I played. But I played it a lot. And I'm really excited for Fallout 4. I get overwhelmed sometimes with games. I feel like this game is going to overwhelm me, dude.
Honestly, it is an overwhelming game. And I've never played Fallout 3. I've never played New Vegas because I was a PC MMO player, and I still am. And now because of Twitch, I'm falling into the other games. I'm playing Batman, getting ready for Arkham Knight next week. I'm getting ready for Dishonored because I picked up the Game of the Year edition. I could have waited till August for the better one, but I don't care. It's summer Steam sale, man.
I did. I bought the stick of truth.
But with Fallout 4, I was watching this and I'm like, I got Fallout 3 and New Vegas because of a Steam franchise sale, and Fallout 4 was just blowing my mind. It really was overwhelming. You got your single player. You got your single player being this person. You saw the create a character stuff, right?
Yes, it was ridiculous. See, and that's it. You sit down and play the game. 8 hours in, you haven't even you arranged your cheekbones. That's all you've done. You got blush on your face, and then that's it.
You went English there for a moment.
Yeah, I got mad. And you know what's terrible about that sometimes? This happens to me. Is that the character just looks different when you start the game, and it's like you get in the game, and you're like, no, I hate the way this looks, and you go back and you do it all over again. That happened with me with Dragon Age Inquisition. I was running around killing things, and I'm just like, I can't do this for the next 40, 50 hours I play this game, and I went back and started completely over. I just made myself too white. I was pale-skinned white. It's I deal with that in real life. I don't need to deal with that in a video game.
Aim into that.
So anyway, but yeah,
I made myself white.
Wow. Okay. But no, it's just I like to create a town. That's another thing. You haven't done anything in the game. You've built yourself a little town, and oh gosh, it's so cool.
The rebuilding is phenomenal because we've already played games before that you have your housing, you can decorate and stuff. With this, we see it in H1Z1. I think we even saw it in DayZ, I believe. Maybe that had housing as well, where you could build your own thing. It's getting crazy that with the rebuilding for Fallout 4, it's on point. It's happening as soon as you put it. You hit A, your door's right there, your wall's right there. It's incredible, and you could tear stuff down, basically salvage it, and then build new things. Like, there's your game. If you don't want to play single player, you're gonna do this all day.
They could have done Fallout, build stuff with junk, and then that would have worked. But no, it's like a mini game in the game. I don't know, like in the Pip-Boy Collection Edition they showed off.
Yeah, I'm already reserving that.
No, I tried. They're sold out. It's like, well, in the places that have, there's some people that haven't pre-ordered it, like haven't put it up for pre-order yet.
Yeah.
But I just like,
if I have to, I will go to Bethesda's website and do it there.
And I just thought, like, man, what if I'm just, and with the app, you put your phone in, you're just like you got a Pip-Boy. That's so cool.
I just want a job I can wear that, where I won't get in trouble. It's like, what's wrong? Oh, I gotta check the time. Just all right.
No, but it's cool. The
weapon customization.
It's so cool. They had a little bit of that in New Vegas.
Okay.
You could customize weapons a little bit, but not like what they showed on that.
Like I think they had like a wrench or something melee weapon, and they turned it into this gigantic sword.
Yeah.
Like a little pistol or an assault rifle turned into like an assault laser gun. It's just like, what's going on in this? You
know, for all the things about Fallout that I thought people freaked out about too much and they shouldn't freak out about other stuff, is the dog. Like, I like the dog. The dog looked good. But everybody freaks out about dogs in video games. What's the deal with that?
Because people think they're going to die, and they cannot go through that emotional distress in the video game.
Well, they've already said the dog won't die.
Okay, thank God.
But I think someone put out a tweet with Bethesda was like, don't worry, Meatbag does not die. All right, relax. So relax. The dog will be fine. Go build a house. Build the dog a house.
The dog did have a house.
That
was crazy.
See there? But the best thing for me, the Fallout 4, because I'm a crazy RPGer, is voice. Your character has a voice now.
All of that voice acting.
That's the first time we've seen that, and I love in a Bethesda game that I know of. There wasn't. Your character didn't speak in Skyrim. Your character didn't speak in Oblivion. Your character didn't speak in Fallout 3. Or, well, that's all I played.
I do like that.
Didn't speak in
Vegas. Yeah. I do like that Bethesda also has an option to play as a female.
Well, you can make whatever you want. Yeah, like, and that's.
In all honesty, I just might make a chick to see if the experience is different.
No, that's not why you want to make a chick. It's because you secretly want to be one, which is fine, bro.
I just want to be pretty. I just want to be pretty.
You are pretty.
Thank you.
That is saying a lot, because you can do what you want. Like, if you're a girl, you can be a girl. If you're a guy, you can be a guy. If you're a guy, you want to be a girl, you can be. It's like you literally do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. You want to be a Bruce Jenner? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
Caitlyn.
It's Caitlyn. I'm sorry. That's just it. Whatever you want.
So, all right. So, outside of Fallout 4, next I want to talk about is Dishonored 2. Now, did you play the first Dishonored?
I haven't played any Dishonored. I got to be honest with you. I watched the Fallout 4 stuff, but I missed the Bethesda.
Okay. So, with Dishonored 2, and the big thing with this is the fact that we can play as a female protagonist named Emily, who is the Corvo, which was the first guy from the first movie. It's his daughter. And we see him, and from what I was told, you see Emily in the first game, but now we get to play as her in Dishonored 2. But you can also switch to Corvo as well. Each of them have their different ways of killing or assassination.
Did they say if it is one story for both characters or separate stories for each character?
You hot swap.
Oh, that's fancy.
Each have their own different personalities. You level up Emily one way, you have to level up Corvo another way. So it's not much information was really given to it, except for the fact that you can play as both characters, and I now have to play Dishonored because the game looks really good, especially with how I guess this shadowy demon thing or whatever took control of Corvo. Now Emily has one as well, but Emily looks more technological advanced, where she's even fighting robots in this thing. It's Victorian era robots being fought in this, and her demon looks a little bit looks edgier.
I gotta check out Design. I never played Design. It's one of those games I missed. So
Yeah.
I did watch the trailer for it. It looks good. So
All right, and then the big highlight. They even opened up with this at the conference. Doom.
Yeah, I mean Doom is like Mario.
It is. I mean, I remember playing it back on my computers at school.
Doom is like Mario, but even like Doom had a movie, it was terrible. Mario had a movie, it was terrible.
Hold on, that's a classic, man.
Which one, Mario Brothers?
Yeah. Come on.
Nothing's impossible, Mario. It's improbable, unlikely, but nothing's impossible.
Can't mess with John Leguizamo. Come on.
It was I like it.
It was bad, but I mean, it was like cult classic bad.
Okay.
So, but we saw Doom. The chainsaw is in the game, just cutting up things. What I really liked about the Doom trailer was everything was the finishers. So when you get a demon down like almost to his knee or whatever, he'll glow orange when you're far away. But when he's blue and you're near him, you'll tap a button and you'll do a finisher. I mean, the best finisher for me was like he snapped him neck, he ripped a leg off and put a foot in their face.
Well, if you're gonna kill a demon, that's the way to do it.
Boot to the face.
So
boot to the face. But yeah, I mean, the shotgun is there, the chainsaw is there. It's even the multiplayer is really different because you can actually turn. There's a marker where you can turn into a demon and just start wrecking everybody's world. And the highlight for the Doom was the Doom Snap Map, which is a community map creator. It doesn't matter how intricate you can make it. You can do whatever the hell you want. And what's even better is that you can use game logic. That and the examples that they get, one of the best examples was that there was an armor that was sitting there, and there's a boss behind him. When you hit that armor, when you get that armor, the boss will spawn.
Oh, okay.
And you just have to kill it right then and there. So
sounds cool.
So it's really intricate on how you can really use the game logic for the map creator, and you can share it between the Xbox One and PC players.
That is, you know, we'll get to that on the Microsoft conference, but
Windows 10.
Yeah. They ain't playing. Okay.
But I think that was really it from I mean, they showed some Elder Scrolls, they showed a Battlecry, which Battlecry was a new
IP.
Yeah, it was a new IP, and they didn't really have too much because it's still in alpha. So they just showed us a little trailer and opened it up saying that beta, I think, starts this fall, I believe. And then you have an iOS, right?
Yeah.
Have you been playing Fallout Shelter?
I've been so busy at work because we're going to HeroesCon this weekend, so I'm trying to catch up with stuff.
Right.
And I if I download it and I'm busy at work, I will get no work done, and hence the problem. So I haven't downloaded it. I'm waiting for this weekend.
Okay.
But I'm ready. My body is ready.
Because I want
all of my body.
Because this is the first time I've ever been jealous of iOS. It's coming for Android, but it's not here yet.
So it's all right.
So
that's how that works.
Yeah, so it's a free to play game, almost like The Sims. You're the overseer. You have to control all your guys and make them do jobs and stuff. It looks really cheap and fun. So it's free to play. Can't hate on that.
Well, so you have to go buy bottle caps to get this done and that done, right?
Okay, the microtransactions are there.
Of course they are.
The microtransactions are there, but you don't have to buy.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
But we still do, don't we?
Well, we have addictive personalities, Trexel.
We do. So that's really the highlight of the Bethesda. So let's shift gears and go into the next conference. Nice. Really proves you don't know how to drive a stick.
I know. Because it's on this side, right? Yeah. It's because I'm from England, mate.
Stop it. All right. So the Microsoft E3 conference, the Xbox media briefing. First thing that pops up, Halo 5 Guardian.
Of course you're opening with Halo 5 Guardian, but it's Halo, man. Okay, Halo is like playing Halo is like going to McDonald's. This is why you know for a fact you're gonna like it. Like, it's not gonna be fantastic. It's not gonna be a burger from like Ruby Tuesdays. But it's going to taste good. It's going to be satisfying. You're going to love it. And then you move on. And
it's true.
It's just,
I can't. I played the first Halo back in the day on the Xbox. did multiplayer for one day, I was like, I'm done. There's no way I'm coming back to this game.
I mean, I like Halo. I buy every one when it comes out. I have fun playing the story. I like what they're doing with the story. I'm probably going to go buy the Master Chief Collection because I've been willing and dealing at Target. Listen, you know what happened?
They know your name, don't you?
I got that thing, that Target cartwheel thing.
Oh my God.
I love it. And they price match, and you can price match the cartwheel prices. So you price match and use a cartwheel coupon, boom, Master Chief Collection, $18. Okay, anyway, so Halo 5, it's good. The story is interesting because it looks like you're going to be doing stuff with Master Chief with his group, and then going back and I don't even remember the name of this new guy.
Spartan Locke.
Yeah, Locke. You're going to do stuff with Locke and his group. Which, by the way, did you notice who one of the characters were in that trailer?
I did! Nathan Fillion!
I was like, I had no idea he was a part of this.
Yeah, that's right, Captain Firefly.
That makes me want to buy it. Like, I was going to buy it anyway. But
honestly, Nathan was the selling point for me. It's like, you know what? The story does look interesting. Saw the trailer on E3, like, is that Nathan? It's Nathan!
And it's cool because it's like...
Hope Nathan doesn't die.
No. I don't know. Matt, you're doing stuff, Master Chief. He's worthy, but Locke's not worthy. So you got to go around and figure stuff out. And so everybody thinks that Master Chief is the enemy, and he's not. But they're hunting him down. It's a whole big thing. So it looks like the story is going to be well done. It's more likely going to be long. The multiplayer is the multiplayer. It
does look balls ass crazy.
Yeah, it's more Call of Duty-esque, but it's still got the Halo vibe to it. If that makes sense.
It does.
So. I'm down for it, trying it out. But you get burnt on Call of Duty multiplayer now. Call of Duty multiplayer used to be what you played. Halo multiplayer used to be what you played.
Yep.
There's no more like step multiplayer. You know what I mean? That doesn't exist anymore. Like Halo used to be it. Like everybody played Halo 2, Halo 3's multiplayer, and that's what you played online. And then Call of Duty, you play Call of Duty, that's what you played. I feel like there's nothing left until Battlefront comes out. Boom. Okay, so.
Right.
But Guardians, you want to get it. You're going to get it. You're going to play it. It's going to be fun. You can play with 4 players.
The co-op story is good. I do want to jump into that, which I'm not going to play with you.
Why not?
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's Division. We're not going to play with you.
That's right. We'll get into that later.
So I have to give a shout out to this because it looks really interesting. The new IP for Microsoft called ReCore, coming out spring 2016.
ReCore.
Yeah, it opened. It was a cinematic trailer, and it opened up with a little girl and her dog.
Oh.
Yeah, and they're just scavenging. They find this giant robot, and then this. And you can probably see the trailer right here in front of us if we're not blocking it. Stop it.
Sorry.
So, and all of a sudden, these red enemies pop up. They start fighting them and everything. And the dog's like doing defensive stuff, but then. We notice that there's this orb in the middle of them, and the girl takes one of the orbs, and it goes down. The dog goes into the middle of them all, and I'm like, we're about to kill the dog? And the dog explodes, destroying everything and saving her, but then the orb is left. So we take the orb, the core, and put it into the giant robot, and she goes, welcome back, boy. And they go on about their day.
Yeah, it's called Transformers Bumblebee.
Oh.
No, I'm just playing. No, it looked really good, and it seems like you're gonna have a friend. It's an orange energy ball, and you find stuff all over the place, and you throw them in, and there'll probably be like a hit counter on them or something. And once it's dead, it's dead. You have to find a new body for your energy ball.
Yeah,
that's just from what I saw from the trailer, but it did look interesting. And Microsoft dropped the bomb on new exclusive IPs. There was a lot of stuff that opened with only on Xbox, only on Xbox, only on Xbox.
That's what you expect especially from the console console conferences, is they're just going to drop nothing but exclusives. Like, oh, this thing is whatever. So this is all going to be on the other system, but we don't care.
That's right. I made notes. I didn't make that many notes during the Microsoft conference. Yeah, I got really excited about Fallout 4's voice because they also did a Fallout 4 voice trailer.
Yeah.
And then the way you never see before how you get in and out of the armor in the previous Fallout games. Like, you just put it on and it's on. The fact that he, like, stepped up and got into the armor, I was like, that is awesome. We already talked about Fallout, but that's what they showed in the show.
Yeah. I mean, it was the power armor explosion just in that Fallout 4 during the conference, and it was really good.
It made me think Iron Man. That's what I put here.
Yeah, that's honest to God truth. I mean, it opened up. It's like old school Iron Man from the cartoons.
Right.
Like, just Walk in and everything just closes behind them and done.
Very cool. So the Elite controller, they announced that.
Oh my god! It's
$150. I mean, you put people like that's so much money, but you can't get a Elite controller out there on the PC or anything for less than that. Swappable parts, button mapping, like.
And I wish I actually grabbed my controller because swappable parts. There's finger pads where these two are, just back there, just whatever you want to do with them. And there's button remapping. The D-pad looks a little bit more fluid.
The D-pad's like a circle. It's like it almost looks like the Steam pad.
It does. It really does.
So I thought
you're looking at that for your keyboard. Because it can also be used on Xbox One and on PC Windows 10. We have to make sure we stress that. Windows 10.
This is... You can't complain too much about it because this is why you get Windows 10 for free. Everybody's getting it for free, and this is why they're doing it because so much stuff they're doing now is Windows 10 only. So they can be like, well, stop complaining, we gave it to you. Like, it was yours, so shut it up. And so it makes sense that it's that way.
But yeah, the Elite controller for $150, I mean, is like, I may set some pennies aside, because that is a badass controller.
I like it a lot, but I don't competitively game like that, so I don't know if I'll get it.
Very true.
So it's just like, it's cool, but...
I mean, I can tell you now, I'm on my second Xbox 360 wired controller for PC usage. So, I mean, I'm on my second one, and already I broke the Y button, because... I have strong feelings when I have to use the Y button.
Well, I was one of those lucky ones that was able to snag a wireless receiver for the PC for the 360 controllers. Yep. So I use my gold C3PO controller from my R2D2 Xbox 360 that I will never get rid of. The Xbox 8000 could be out, and I still have the R2D2 360. Not only that, my wife bought it for me, and it was when it first came out, so she spent like $450 on it. Like, and she's just like, I can't believe the Xbox. Like, and we got like a year before the Xbox One came out, and she was just.
I
like,
remember hearing that argument.
Oh, she was so mad.
Well, speaking of 360, Microsoft did come out with Xbox backwards compatibility.
Man, and that kicks the teeth of Sony.
It does.
And I'm a
Sony player. I do have a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One.
And I say it kicks the teeth from Sony because... let's give a shout. I won't use the last names. But our friend Denny. We know Denny, right? We have a friend named Denny on Facebook. He was like, Sony wins E3, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and wins it.
Which I can't wait to go ahead and bury that underneath the basket.
Yes. But it doesn't win E3 for Sony because they just announced it. It's not an exclusive. Like, you're getting it early, but you don't know how early.
Just like with Tomb Raider.
Yeah, you could be getting it like a week early, 2 weeks early. People that go, oh, you're getting Tomb Raider first in the Xbox One does not go, that makes Xbox One superior. Like, I don't think it makes Xbox One superior that Tomb Raider. In fact, it almost annoys me because it's like, why... Did you have other things to spend your money on, Microsoft, than getting Tomb Raider a month early? Yeah, I just... Pay for some Banjo-Kazooie 3, like a legit Banjo-Kazooie. Where's that at? Banjo-Kazooie 2, I don't know. So this is a big deal because if you compare it to Sony sort of has backwards compatibility that you have to rent for $20 an hour. And have you looked at those prices on there?
I meant to, and honestly, I tried navigating, and I almost got a headache. I was like, I don't want to do this.
It's ridiculous, and it's stupid, and it just... You spend 3 hours, 4 hours, you buy time slots, and the amount it costs is what it would cost just to buy the game outright from the PlayStation Network. Yeah. Which doesn't make... Now, if it was like 50 cents for 4 hours, and they're $2 less money, that... I feel like you would build up more revenue because... What is it costing you to do that? It's not costing you anything. You know, you're not giving a product. You're not doing anything. You're selling a service. It's sort of like virus removal on PCs. You know, you just do all the work, but you don't have to buy any product. So it's whatever you make, it's pure profit. They make pure profit, and they would get more profit if they charge less.
Yep. Because
everybody turns their head to it because it's not just expensive. It's ridiculously expensive. Like, it's just making sense. And now Microsoft's like, well, here we got these games coming, and it's up to the developers, which is smart because not using disc. Everybody hated this whole digital thing, and they were like, "It sucks." Well, not using discs was brilliant because you're not really using discs when you use Xbox or PS4. The disc is just like an unlock code. Like you're unlocking the game to play. All of it installs right to your hard drive.
Yeah, I first got the PS4 and I had to do the install, and then I was switching games. And I was like, oh, let me go back to this game. It's like, please insert disc. I'm like, why did I install you?
so there's no disc emulation required. There's still emulation required, but there's not disc so it's a lot easier to make.
Yeah.
And it's all downloadable stuff. So they have a thing. Hey, you can rebuy these games if you want, or if you have a 360. You put the disc in, you unlock that download code for free. And that's brilliant. And it's up to the developers, I believe they said, what games come out. So if your favorite game come out, it's not Microsoft's fault, it's your developer not putting it out. So
that's correct. It is up to the developer to decide if they want their game from the 360 to work on the Xbox One. It is up to them. So they have, I think, a little over 100 titles coming out this holiday season when the feature comes in. It is free, no charge. So you'll just get an update on Microsoft. Backwards compatible, yay! Get your 360 discs, like, I'm ready, Microsoft!
Everybody got mad. They're like, well, I got rid of my collection. Go to GameStop, man. I guarantee you 360 games are not that expensive. Relax. I already sold off my... what, Fable 3, bro? It's like $4. Go buy it again. Stop it.
And this is where...
Stop it.
And I went on my friend's Facebook, and because he was having a discussion about it, and that's why I came in. It's like Sony kind of feels it's like, yeah, but... And Sony's already said that they are not doing backwards compatible.
That's because they're trying to sell this on-demand service.
They are. And honestly, as a PlayStation 4 player, and Okay, so I got my PlayStation 3. I had it for maybe a little over a year, and then I got the PlayStation 4.
Right.
I didn't accumulate games. I spent $300 on a PS3 to play a free-to-play game. True story. I played a free-to-play game. Two of them, matter of fact.
PS4 as well.
Yeah, and for PS4, I upgraded to play this free-to-play game even more. But I did get Budokai, or Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse.
That's true.
And I also waste my money on a wrestling game, which will not be disturbed. 2K16 can bite me. But I did pick up some titles that I had to, and I picked up the PlayStation Plus because I got the PlayStation TV for it for free. Thanks, GameStop. And so I've even downloaded games. I got Metal Gear Solid 5 because I'm a PlayStation Plus member for free.
Yeah, it's the Plus stuff is great.
Didn't that just come out?
Ground Zeroes did, but it's not a full. It's like hey, this is what the Metal Gear Solid 5 is going to be like. It's a story. It bridges the gap between Peace Walker and 5.
So I got Ground Zero.
Right, 5's not out yet. 5 doesn't come out till I think it's September. I think.
Oh, that's why it was $20.
Yeah, it's not. It'll take you like 4 hours to beat it. Like it's short.
Son of a, okay.
There's a bunch of different stuff. It's really fun and it looks fantastic.
Whatever, it was free.
Yeah.
But so I ended up actually having an accumulation of PS3 games.
Right.
And so, and even when the Xbox, when I got the 360, in which of course it was backwards compatible, and even for my Xbox, I had maybe some games, but it wasn't really a lot. I don't have like a large library. So Sony saying no backwards compatible, I'm okay with it. Because that means that they have to put time and effort with the engineering department to make it where they have to get the system compatible for it, get an upgrade, get some firmwares. And if Sony wants to move to the future, go for it. If Xbox wants to do the backwards compatible, it is a cool feature.
Two things I want to say. First, the good thing about backwards compatibility is that it allows developers to do things that like Ubisoft is doing. And if you buy, what is it, Rainbow Six Siege,
I think comes with
Vegas 1 and 2.
And 2, yeah.
You get both. So it's like, hey, here's a couple 360 games that you're not going to play. And that's my point, is the thing about backwards compatibility is it looks fantastic on the... It makes you look amazing to the public. They're like, yeah, you are the best. I love you. But no one uses it. And they're developing it to get back in good graces with people, and it worked. It works. And
it did.
Let's be honest. Backwards compatibility on the 360. I played Halo 2, I think, a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't play much at all, and I'll probably play some 360 games. I still have a 360 to play 360 games when I want. But But if they keep putting out these revamped games, like, what's the point? You're going to buy the better looking one. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Aiming to that.
Yeah.
All right, so next one, they got Forza 6 coming. It's featuring the Ford GT, which I will always give it this. Forza is one damn of a pretty game.
It looks great. I'm just not into racing games. So,
neither am I. I mean, it's freaking great.
But it always looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's the new Gran Turismo for the competition. Because Gran Turismo was always a PS game, PlayStation, and Forza is now for Microsoft. And it's still a pretty nice game. But for God's sakes, it's only a racing game.
That's right.
But so, I mean, people have enjoyment of it. Like 250 cars. Over 250 cars in that game. Okay, you're going overboard here. But
you got something else on the roster for Xbox?
Yeah, last basically that's all.
I got something.
My God, it's a lot of stuff. Man, they did a. Oh yeah, okay. I skip everything. Go to that. What's it? What you got?
I got EA Access. Okay.
Okay. Good. You can talk about that.
EA Access is also a service that Sony does not provide.
It does not.
Because of their on-demand service, and they said, we didn't take this because we know it's not what the consumer would want. And statements like that annoy me.
They do?
Because it's like you don't know what the consumer would want. Like, you didn't know that pop figures were going to sell out like crazy everywhere. Yeah, people would go crazy. You don't know what the consumer wants. There's some stuff you go, this is going to sell and it sells. But
that's what social media is for now. It's 2015. Twitter this thing.
EA Access is fantastic, man. It's a subscription service, and I believe in the next 3 or 4 years, that's how you'll get your games in a subscription service, not buying them outright. I'm just saying. That's what I think. We'll see what happens. But
I can see it.
You spend $5 a month, or I think it's like $30 for a year. So it ends up being
Holy crap.
It ends up being $250 a month. It's like half the price. I, for some reason, have had it since it came out and still pay the $5 a month because I'm too lazy to go in and spend the $30. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But they have great games that you can just download for free and play whatever. Like the latest Need for Speed, the latest Madden's on there now, I think. Mm-hmm. A bunch of EA games. And they announced that with EA Access, I think now or in the next week, Titanfall drops.
August is Titanfall, and then later this fall is going to be...
No. Right now it's Titanfall.
Oh, Titanfall is now.
And August is Dragon Age Inquisition,
okay.
Which is a game that just came out. Someone made a comment on a podcast I listened to that said if you want a Dragon Age, you played it. And not necessarily. There's people who could subscribe to EA Access, never play Dragon Age, and go, well, it's free. Let me try it out and love it. So the fact that these AAA titles, be it a year, 2 years old, are coming to EA Access, and now if you can trade your games in or sell your games, and your save files, everything will be there on EA Access as long as you stay subscribed, which is fantastic. It's a great service, and it hurts Sony, in my opinion.
It does.
That they don't have something similar, because their subscription service is boo-boo. Yeah.
I mean, I get free games, and I download them because they're free. Doesn't mean I go out and play them.
Right. I do the same thing. I check out every month I go on the computer, on the PSN website, and I just check out with everything they have for free. And then when I get on my consoles, if I get on them, I download the games. But I do the same thing with Microsoft, though, because that whole thing is like a direct competition now, because they're giving out free games,
Everybody gets free games! Woo!
I will say that the old gen consoles are getting much better AAA titles than the new gen, because the new gen consoles just aren't giving out that good stuff. I think you said it was free. It must have been Sony had Metal Gear.
Mm-hmm.
But see, for me, that's like, hey, the new one's coming out. Try this one out.
Yeah,
and then go on this website and pre-order the new one.
Basically.
So I'm really excited for Metal Gear Solid 5.
The only time I've ever played them was when my buddy needed me. He was in a trap and had this massive button really fast. Like, Mike, Trex, here, take the controller. I'm like, what do I have to do? Smash X. Just get that carpal tunnel going.
Yeah,
and he's done. I'm like, here you go.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And you had to change the port controller around.
All right, so just
good.
Highlight real fast. Dark Souls 3 trailer was shown. It was a cinematic. Never played the others. Division, we'll talk more about that when we get to the Ubisoft. Oh god, I cannot wait for 2016. Rainbow Six Siege. Once again, we'll talk about Ubisoft. There are a bunch of indie games, which I'm happy Xbox is really showing the indie game love. Really cool. I have to give a shout out to Cuphead. The Cuphead trailer looks almost like a Popeye old school Disney cartoon turned into a video game. The whole art style is like moving bodies. Like,
yes, that looked really cool.
I looked at it, I'm like, am I back in my childhood? I watched this. This is okay. I'm done. I might even give it to my dad or something. Like, hey, Dad, play Popeye.
That's cool. The Rare collection too, man.
Oh my god!
$30 for every Rare game except for Donkey Kong, because it's everybody's like, I can't believe you can't believe Donkey Kong's not in the Microsoft Xbox One.
I can't wait to bust out some Battletoads.
Dude, it's not just it's so funny. Did you see all the tweets coming from GameStop during E3? We're periscoping Battletoads right now. Check it out. Don't forget to pre-order Battletoads in the Rare. Like, they are milking it, dude. Whoever is social media marketing at GameStop is just milking the Battletoads. It's incredible.
It's so good of a game.
But no, you know what game I'm most excited for in that pack?
Conker's Bad Fur Day?
No, man.
What?
Banjo-Tooie. Okay, have I ever told my Banjo-Kazooie story on the podcast?
No, never.
Okay, not to get too morbid, my parents split up when I was real young. My brother is a lot older than me. He already moved out, had a couple kids. So I pretty much spent summers with him. And there was one summer, I brought my N64 over, and his wife at the time, we would just sit there with the kids and we'd play N64 games, like, viciously. And one of the games we played together constantly, and we just switched it up and we played, was Banjo-Kazooie. And I remember getting to the end of Banjo-Kazooie. Did you ever play it?
Mm-mm.
At the end of Banjo-Kazooie, you beat the witch, and she falls... Because the whole time you're on this mountain. You go up this mountain, there's all these different levels, getting the puzzle piece, try to get to the top. She falls off the mountain, you beat her, and she hits the ground, and a rock falls on top of her. And while you can go back into the game, it's like the first time I ever experienced that, where you could go back into the game after you beat it and do the stuff over again. But and I didn't comprehend it as a child because, I didn't get that it was like, hey, there's a sequel coming out. Was that she was on the rock and the rock would jump up in the very first area of the game. Like, she fell all the way down. And so now there was a rock right in front of the door, and it was like her underneath it, like mad, trying to get out of it. And so I spent hours trying to shoot the rock and like trying to find, like, jumping on the rock, trying to get her out so I could beat her some more. Nothing happened. And then Banjo-Tooie came out, and I never played it. To this day, I have not played Banjo-Tooie. I don't know what happened. So I'm going to spend this $30 on this rare pack just to play Banjo-Tooie. Even though there's like 30 games on it, I want to play Banjo-Tooie.
A lot of good N64 stuff, like Perfect Dark. I remember playing the hell out of
Well, it's got 360 stuff. It's got Perfect Dark Zero, the Cameo, Elements of Power. That game was great.
Yeah.
So.
And then Tomb Raider. Shout out to Tomb Raider. Honestly, I actually wrote this down. Don't fix what's not broken. And I look at the gameplay, it was the same stuff that we had in the first one. And I'm like, okay. But what got me was that she looked over the ledge and saw a giant storm coming. And they're in an ice mountain. I'm like, is this a Chinese ice witch now that we're having to deal with? Like, are we dealing with the same story, just a different goddess now? Like, so, I don't know. It's just the storm's coming, so you have to race to get out of it. And a lot of storm. But don't fix what's not broken. Don't fix it. And then
the trailer was very chilling.
Wah wah. And then finally, to talk about, and I think this won Microsoft for me. I mean, Halo was great, Tomb Raider was great, Division was good. No, the freaking Oculus and the freaking the HoloLens.
So cool.
I never wanted to play Minecraft ever. I still hate it to this day because it's just not for me. And
but you'll play it if it can be on the floor in front of you.
Oh my god, give me a freaking table. Just zoom in. Okay, okay. And the controllers are here. Just like if I'm wearing the headset and my mom just walks in, it's like, what are you doing? Mining.
And, I think that's another department they beat Sony in too, because Sony showed off their headset, and it's cool. It's for gaming, but here's the HoloLens. You can use it for your PC and for your Xbox. And I think this is where Microsoft wins over Sony and is eventually going to win over Sony. And I'm not a Microsoft fanboy, against popular belief. Okay, I know. I default to the...
I'm a PC fanboy, so...
I've defaulted the Xbox because that's what all my friends decided we were going to get. So, But
not me. I'm not.
He's not a friend.
It's true. I'm sitting with a PlayStation 4. You
that-
guys got so mad.
We did get mad. But the HoloLens will work for your Xbox, your PC, everything. So like, do you want the one that just works with the PlayStation? Or you want the one you can put on, use with your PC, use like check your email, a second later playing Halo Guardian, like on the wall. Like,
I remember when Sony used to make computers. I miss the Vio.
They don't make computers anymore?
Basically, no.
Yeah. Well, they're no Microsoft, so then that's the problem, I think.
It is. So yeah, the HoloLens working with Minecraft during the demo was really cool, and honestly, it was the HoloLens technology just won me over. In which, for the Oculus, I'll go more about the Oculus during the PC gaming show towards the end of the show, because Valkyrie is a PC game being used specifically. It's a game specifically for the Oculus, and during the PC gaming show they talked a lot in detail about it.
Right.
So,
okay.
All right. So, moving on to EA Conference.
EA. We jumped on some EA stuff, so I guess we should just graze to this one because we
Need for Speed, Pretty Cars. Apparently, they're still trying to have a story.
You know that's funny. You know what I said? I said it's the first 3 Fast and the Furious movies because after that they become spy movies. But it's like the first. I really dig that though. This might be an Need for Speed I get because my favorite Need for Speed is Most Wanted. I loved going up the Blacklist.
I loved Underground.
I don't know what it was. And then Carbon was okay, but you took over this stuff, but the Blacklist was just like So I don't know. So I like having people racing with you, and you have boys, and it's cool. And I'm not a big car guy, so the customization, I really just like if the stats are high, I select it, and if it looks cool.
I think that's probably the first time I ever inner-tuned my inner black was when I was playing Underground. It's like, oh yeah, look at this, son! Just lower it, just get the lights going. Shout out to SWTOR.
Yes.
Oh my god, that looked badass.
It's so okay. So the thing about SWTOR is people gets hated on a lot. It's a fun game.
It's an MMO,
right? And it seems like they're sort of erasing the board with this and starting over. You go into cryo-freeze cryostasis. You're frozen in carbonite.
There you go.
For a few years, and you wake up. The Empire, the Republic have fallen. There's this new empire, and now you gotta do crazy.
Oh, it's like that.
Yes, it's like level 60 when you start these characters. I don't know if it's going to be like a new, like different zones and different areas. It's gotta be because the way they described it is BioWare storytelling. So it's like you can make people mad and people can't join you. In the Old Republic, you can say whatever you want to people now, and if they're scripted to join you, they will join you. Apparently, this is different, where it's like you could say the wrong thing to the wrong person, and you don't have that person anymore.
Oh snap!
You can piss them off, you can kill them, and they're gone.
Thanks, BioWare.
And you run into your old companions. You don't have any companions or anything. You start fresh from the rip.
Holy crap! Okay, all right. So now I'm gonna have to go contact BioWare, contact their community manager. Like, look, I need to talk to you about an interview for this thing.
Yes, sir.
Because holy crap!
It's very cool, dude. And I was just reading stuff. I was like, man, it makes me happy because it's like they listened and they're like, okay, this is what people want. How can we implement? What do we do? It's like, well, the 1 to 60 stuff is still there, but if you're a subscriber, let's say you subscribe, don't have any characters, you can start a level 60 character and jump into this without having a level someone for 1 to 60. That. So it's like if you just want to do the new stuff and subscribe, you can and you're good.
Booyah!
That's probably a subscriber perk. I didn't read that, but it's probably a subscriber perk. Like you probably, for free to play, you probably can't jump, make a 60 and go.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. I mean, that's how it works. You can't get mad if you're a free to player and stuff like that. Like you just can't. Because chances are you could probably buy something to where you can go do it. You spend $30 on the unlock thing, and then you can start level 60 stuff. It's just how you want to play.
Yeah. So I also have to tell to EA, stop teasing Battlefront. The whole time down the bottom it had Mirror's Edge in 30 minutes, Battlefront in 55. I'm like, why am I having to count this down? You're hurting us.
Are we talking about Battlefront? Let's save it. Let's talk about Mirror's Edge.
I'm saying it for last. Did you see Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2?
Looks cool. Yeah, very cool.
I was this close to buy it on my phone.
Stop
it.
To get it's not the same thing.
It's not, but I just want to play Plants vs. Zombies now.
That's how they get you.
That's how they
got you.
They did. I mean, for God's sakes, it's a zombie in a robot suit. I can't unsee that. And of course, EA did the EA Sports talking about I will give a shout out to FIFA. Because FIFA 16 will have not only the men's team, but they'll have the women's team in this game as well. I found that incredibly awesome. So kudos to the women out there who want to play a soccer game. Football.
Anita.
Stop it.
Sorry.
I got to talk to you about that later, too. But yeah, the FIFA game will have both the men's and the women's World Cup stuff. So... yeah, congratulations. This close got me to almost play it. Because, I mean, it's nice. I want to try and make sure I show support to a lot of the female changes that need to happen to the gaming industry.
Sure.
Again, FIFA was this close, but now I remembered, oh, wait, I suck at sports, or at least playing them in video games. So I don't want to do that. So screw EA. Everything else is kind of garbage. Mirror's Edge 2, I didn't get to see anything because I saw the trailer finally. I did see the trailer because the stream cut out on me, so I had to go to YouTube and watch the trailer. Looks really good. I think I actually had it on PS3. Didn't get to play it because it was like a free download thing.
I don't think I beat it. I think I played it and beat it.
I might try and find it on Steam and see if I can play it there for number 2. But alright, screw it. Flip the table. Battlefront! Yes!
I can't take it. I don't know what the point is going to be buying any other games in November. Like what is?
It's Fallout 4, Battlefront. What else is coming? Is there anything else that I even remember? I couldn't even remember. All I got was Fallout 4 and Battlefront. That's my month.
No, the Star Wars expansion comes out late October. The Old Republic.
Oh my gosh!
So it's gonna be, for me, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Why do you have a kid?
There's no right answer.
Yeah, there is.
So we're gonna move on. Everybody's like, it's Battlefield like Battlefront. Yes.
Who cares?
Yes. The people that made Battlefield are making Battlefront. So it's probably going to look a little like Battlefield and play a little like Battlefield. And surprise!
And honestly, after the last Battlefield game, I have no problem with that whatsoever.
It just needs to not, have terrible connection issues and lag issues when it launches.
That's right.
The Battlefield game itself was good, but it's just unplayable because they just didn't have the servers on point.
The servers need to be on point for this.
There's no way they can. It's too big. There's no way. Like Battlefield's big, but like Battlefront is going to be like.
There's no way to even test that.
Like the beta's going to be there eventually. I could see a free beta for everybody. So they want everyone to play it. So it's like, hey, here's the beta for Battlefront. Go play it right now. We want you to play it. Please, dear God, play it.
Please break our system.
Yes, we want you to break it because it needs to be broken so we make sure we don't have a failure when we launch. But they showed Hoth, and I think at the PS4 briefing, since we're talking about Battlefront, just talk about it all. Mm-hmm. They showed Jakku, and the Battle of Hoth looked like it was just versus, and they actually showed the hero characters fighting, which was incredible.
It was kind of freaking me out when you're as a shooter and you're just running around. All of a sudden, your NPC partner gets a fort choke, and I'm like, what? Look over, there's Darth. I'm like,
the coolest thing I saw was like 3 dudes being swiped away at once. I'm just like, can you just like power before force? Just boom. But my question is how do you get to play as those characters? It can't just be like boom, you spawn as Luke or Vader.
That's what was weirding me out when you're watching the gameplay trailer. Was the fact that it was switching perspectives for different NPCs because you're on the foot, you're doing stuff there, and all of a sudden we switch to I guess it's an A fighter. What was that one?
The land speeder, or the snow? It's a snow speeder on Hoth.
It's snow speeder on Hoth. So you're walking through the snow speeders, going through the AT-ATs.
Yeah,
and I'm not a huge Star Wars fan like you. I definitely show props to it. There's no one bigger than you. I can't even imagine. But I did squeal a little bit when you're flying close to the AT-AT, and all of a sudden you hit your tether line out and you trip it. I was like, what? it!
All I could think was, I'm gonna die so much.
Did
you ever play Shadows of the Empire on the N64?
I did.
Like tow cable in the AT-ATs. It took me forever, dude. And then finally I got it. And I was like, I hope it's the same way, because maybe my muscle memory will kick in and I'll get it. But and I don't know if like someone has to be with you in the back, because in the movies someone else is a tow cable shot.
Yeah.
And they didn't. So it would be cool if two people get in one snow speeder and shoot in the back and then shoot the tow cable when they need to. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on in that, and they had AT-ATs, you had the snow spears flying around, you had Vader and Luke, although Luke was in his Return of the Jedi costume.
Yeah.
And I was like, first off, I get, okay, different costumes, but as Hoth, he would be freezing. Okay, he needs to be...
He's using the Force to stay warm.
But you know what they didn't show, though? Is combat between hero characters.
Yeah, we got that little tease.
They showed how they interact with regular soldiers, but we didn't see what it's like when two hero characters fight each other.
Which they can't. I mean, again, big tease. Nothing but big tease.
It was. And Jakku looked cool. They showed different... I won't go into a bunch of them, but they showed different gameplay modes they're going to do, and there's going to be so much stuff. It does seem like it's going to be mostly multiplayer. There is going to be some... like single player stuff you can do, but it's really just gonna be the multiplayer stuff with bots. So if you don't, I don't know why you wouldn't have an internet connection. It's kind of dumb if you don't and have next gen console at this point. But it's the way to go, man. It
is.
I'm really excited about Battlefront. Oh my gosh, I can't. It's so good. I thought Jakku was tattooing at first. I really think that J.J. Abrams is doing a bait and switch with this Jakku planet.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be like, oh, it's Tatooine guy.
Yeah, poke.
It looks... two desert planet? I don't know. Maybe it really is a planet called Jakku, but I don't know. They're calling it the Battle of Jakku on the DLC, so...
Yeah.
We'll
which
see.
Which is free to everyone. It's I think it's the day... not day one. I think it comes out on the 8th. Maybe a
week early if you don't pre-order.
A week early, yes.
I know we say don't really pre-order games anymore, but pre-order Battlefront. Pre-order it so you can play the Jakku a week early, because
there are sometimes I will pre-order. That's some hours I pre-order.
Are you gonna get on the Xbox One? You gonna get Xbox One and play with us?
Let's find out.
Oh,
got to wait. All right, next conference is. All right, so I have to give Aisha Tyler was the host of the Ubisoft Conference, which I love. Aisha Tyler. She's the voice of. Lana on Archer.
Yes, she is.
She hosts Whose Line Is It Anyways? She's on The View, which I don't really watch The View because I'm at work all the time because I have a job. But I do love her, and every time she was on mic and had a chance to riff, she
tried.
No, she ripped Ubisoft.
She did.
And Ubisoft was basically making fun of themselves because of Assassin's Creed. What was it? Black Flag. Unity.
Yes, Unity.
Oh my god. So bad.
So it opens with why I'm wearing my shirt today with a little bit of a stain on it.
Dang it, always. Every time.
No, I don't know what I ate. Actually, we had tacos for dinner. So it's probably sour cream. Anyway, it was The Fractured But Whole. Butwhole.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone think they're cute.
So they're fractured, but they're also whole. So it's The Fractured But Whole.
I love hearing the title every time.
So funny. So it looked great. The first one was fantastic. The point where I had your free copy, but I rebought it because I wanted to support it. B, it was only $10 on Steam, so who can say no to that?
Yeah, I might have to go back and replay it too because Stick of Truth was fantastic of a game, just really great RPG. And and Fractured Butthole.
No, The Fractured But Whole. You gotta say it right.
My apologies. The Fractured Butthole.
No, you're still saying it like butthole.
The Fractured Butthole.
No, you're still...
I am?
The Fractured But Whole.
The Fractured Butthole.
There you go.
Oh. Okay.
You got it. Oh. You got it. See, I had faith in you.
Yay. I love this trailer. It's definitely a South Park-esque where they're all back in their mystic Lord of the Rings type costumes, and all of a sudden they get to the parking lot, and Butter's just there as Captain Chaos, and Cartman's just like, "Oh shit, wrong game, guys, wrong game. We're in the wrong game."
It was great. And
you're just happy because it's Coon and Friends.
I'm totally gonna rock a Coon cosplay one day.
Did you talk to Beth?
I need to talk to her. She would
talk
totally make me a Coon costume.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Tolkien as some beekeeper type thing.
It's the next logical step in a South Park RPG. Didn't think about it. As well, we did the fantasy. Now let's do superheroes. You know,
superheroes are in, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they're not outplayed yet.
I mean, next it'll be sci-fi, I'm sure, but
yeah. Oh my God, they did have a Star Trek thing.
Yeah. So they didn't really say much about it, except you don't really need to know much about it.
You're gonna buy it.
Yeah, except it's because the Stick of Truth is so good. It's like one 16-hour long episode of South Park. It's like you don't move the joysticks because you're waiting for them to do stuff, and you realize that It was such a weird feeling because it felt like you were controlling an episode of South Park.
It was.
It was very cool. So I'm excited to go back and play. I didn't get that far into it when I was playing Trex, so I'm gonna start over and go crazy, guys.
A big highlight is a new IP called For Honor, where a lot of people on the show floor during E3 have just been talking nothing but praise over it. I mean, it's a 4v4 PvP, and at first I was like, this is Dynasty Warriors, and then it turned into like a third-person aspect where you're going up against another person trying to fight them, and old mystic swords, like as a samurai, as a Viking, as a knight, and I completely dig it, and I'm definitely going to have to go in there for the beta. I really need to play this game. The Crew, Trials Fusion, Division, please! Oh, Division! Oh my gosh!
The Division looks. It's hard to describe the Division though. I think it's like a shooter RPG.
It's a FPS RPG.
It's not FPS. It's third person.
You can also switch to first.
Can you? Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's sort of like Left 4 Dead, third person, and you're kind of exploring a city, or they look like New York City, ravaged by a virus. So there's not other people in there, and there's stuff everywhere. And you can go into like dungeons and stuff. And there's different roles you play. There's a tank, there's DPS, there's healing. And you can team up with people. You can not team up with people. When you go into a dungeon, you're not alone. You go into a dungeon, other people can join the dungeon, and they can choose to kill you, or they can choose to help you. And it looks like what happens it's probably what's going to happen, is everybody's going to help each other until they get to the boss.
And they go for the extraction.
And they're going to kill the boss, and then everybody's going to be like, fight! You know, and you can even... This is the messed up part, is when you're in a team, let's say it's the Nerds of the Apocalypse. It's me, it's Trex, it's Showtime, it's Preach, and being Beth. Say Beth is playing for fun.
Yay.
I could drop out of the group, and then we stop talking because they can't hear me anymore because I left the group, and all they see is, Stevie B has left the group. And I could kill them all.
Try to.
And then I'm the only one that gets the loot at the end of the dungeon.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. It's like you loot all these bodies throughout the instance, but if you die, you lose that loot. The whole run is just basically just wasted for you, which it's risky.
It's just so risky.
As an MMO player, that is super risky, but it makes you a very smart player, because even during the gameplay footage that they had, where it's like, hey, we can go take those guys out. No. Those are flamethrowers. Those are elites. I want to keep my loot. Let's move on. I went, what?
Yeah. It was funny because Showtime was talking to me and he was like, if you ever drop out of the party and kill me, I'm never playing a game with you ever again. And I think he's dead serious. I think he will honestly never play a game with me again if I pull something like that.
Honestly, if you pull that shit with any of us, yeah.
Again, you got to get an Xbox.
2016, I will get an Xbox for Division, because holy crap.
So check that out, man. The worst part about Division is that it doesn't come out till 2016.
But the early it comes out March 18th, and the beta is in January. So and then Just Dance,
it'll be okay.
And you know, I remember
those aren't games for us though.
I remember I can play it, but I remember last year E3, the internet was blowing up. It's like, why don't we have more females on stage talking about games as represented? Why don't we have more of those? And sure, we had a pretty good number. We did. But then throughout the conferences, I'm like, why don't we get a black guy on stage? And then it had to be the guy for whoever.
It's Jason Derulo.
I don't know who this guy is. Does he do rock music?
No, he does R&B music.
I don't know.
And the trumpets, they go. Bam, 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 bam,
Yeah. I make that comment to myself. I'm like, why don't we get a black guy on stage for once, especially for this game? And all of a sudden, he comes out dancing and singing. I'm like, this is not what I meant. Do you know your audience? This is not what we want.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so Rainbow Six Siege.
I could be wrong about Jason Derulo, but I think that's who that was. Sorry.
I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds right. So Rainbow Six Siege.
They didn't show much gameplay. Just showed a long video, and it stars
Angela Bassett.
Very cool.
Yes.
But that's you got a big name. Let's see gameplay. Like it's cool.
Oh wait, I keep talking about black people. It's like Angela Bassett was up there for God's sakes, and you came in and was like, "That's your black side talking." I'm like, "It is. I know her."
Okay. It's very cool. Let's see. They didn't really show any gameplay though, so let's.
The gameplay we've technically already seen. It's just basically them busting through an
on the
Air Force. I guess they did show.
Okay,
they showed the live demo.
That's
There was a
right.
live demo of them going into a building.
I'm stupid. You're right. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it does look really cool. But they did mention that if you die during the mission, that's it.
You're officially dead. You are done.
Oh,
So-
why did I forget? How did I not? Why did I say that? It was such a good. gameplay.
It wasn't, and that's the thing. It's like it was a live demo. All four of them were on headsets. This is not a game that you can go in without your headset on. You cannot go in there thinking that you're going to be Steven Seagal and not get injured and just do whatever you want.
That's how I play games.
That is how you play games. You try to Halo it, and you can't Halo this. This is that whole thing was to the point. It's like I don't want to. I cannot play this. I can't follow instructions. Because if we play this, Showtime will be the leader. He would be telling us what to do.
And if you didn't do what he wanted you to do...
It's like, Stevie B, you need to cover the wall. I'm covering the wall. The other wall where the gunfire is coming. I don't want to go over there.
He gets so mad. I'm glad we don't play in the same room because sometimes I just want to punch him in the face. He gets so mean. He just becomes like a different angry person.
That's the military of them coming out.
But the coolest thing was it's like, hey, can you make a door over there? And you just punch the wall and you're through the door. I was like, that's sweet. Okay.
Yeah, you have someone with a shield, and I love the fact that the guy with the shield shooting and blocking, and the team leader is coming behind him. Is like, all right, so stay there, reloading. All right, go reloading. Just stay there, just reloading. And so you have that block and that teamwork aspect, and it was counting down to the wire. And it's like, holy crap! And also a shout out to Genevieve Forget. She live in pink SC2. I know her on Twitter. Big esports person. She's the community manager. Congratulations, Genevieve. Congratulations. That was a great thing.
I didn't know her previously, but she was cool.
Yeah, she tweeted she's gonna be on stage. I'm like, well, I haven't followed up on you. What are you doing? She shows up. So I'm like, community manager. Yeah, you did great. So yeah.
She even talked trash to the people playing.
She did.
They didn't complete this in rehearsal.
That was great.
I was like, get them. And I don't think they completed it. I think they lost at the end. I think they all died, but they cut off the video.
No, it looked like they won.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it said the words. It's like package or detonate complete. It diffused. It was diffused.
All
right. Okay, so Assassin's Creed Syndicate, we get to play as the Fry siblings, Evie and Jacob.
Yes.
Which that Jacob cosplay guy was actually pretty nice. And those memes are hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, come to the Ubisoft Conference. They said it would be fun. And yeah, it was. So kudos to you. Assassin's Creed playing as two different characters. Pretty nice.
I wonder how that's going to work. Do you pick one? Can you swap between them both?
I'm thinking you might have to swap. But I do like the feel of because I watched a lot of Ripper Street, and they had this kind of aspect where there's this guy was a gang leader, all these kids were there, and they were just following him. So having that aspect of that era London, it looked really cool. And then just quick shout out to Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yes, they just showed a big gameplay.
It looks
like it's open world.
It was alpha footage. It is massive open world. and different options to execute things. Which I didn't know what it was until it said Ghost Recon, Wild Hunt, Wildlands. I'm like, I might have to play that. Tom Clancy's really gonna own us next year, right?
No, that's why I put a status up. Tom Clancy, my body is ready for your games. I didn't say that, but I did want to mention Anno 2205.
Okay.
Looked very cool, very Simsy but spacey, and you can.
Did we tell Andrew?
We haven't told him yet.
Okay.
We need to let him know. But it just looked cool because you can populate the planet, you can build stuff up, and then you can start building communities on the moon, and you can transport resources back and forth, which is really. It's like in things like The Sims, and they have the future building and stuff. This is a unique new thing you can do, so I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And I could see expansions being like, oh, you go to Mars now, and you know, it's sky's the limit. So I thought that was cool. I just wanted to mention that.
All right, time for the Sony Conference, and Sony.
Oh, sorry. I'm just kidding. No, I liked it.
It was Sony did not win this conference. Not much of this really won it for me. I mean, Kingdom Hearts was kind of cool, but that was like such much of a big ram of a tease. It wasn't even funny.
Well, it was like
it was nice that it was there.
I liked it, but it's like here's the Tangled level. Like that's cool. Show me like you know what they should have done. They'd be like, yo, dude, here's the Death Star level. Where you on the Death Star?
Shut up.
Like
shut up.
People like,
you don't even know. You don't even know. All right, so Sony opened up with a game that everyone, besides us, have been waiting for years.
What the deal is with this game, bro? Like, I don't understand the appeal. And
The Last Guardian, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, The Last Guardian with your big flying, with your dog that has wings don't fly. Apparently,
Scared of everything.
I almost said something on a Facebook feed about it. Someone talked trash about it.
Really?
And they got
they got ripped, didn't they?
Just beat down. I said, all right, I'm not. Oh, my bad, Last Guardian people.
I made one post. And you saw a bunch of my friends were going on. It's like they were defending it. My friend Christina, who's supposed to be here for tonight, all her words were, "Shut up, Mike." And I'm like, I am so sorry, but it's the same aspect of same people who made Ico. And who also did Shadow of Colossus. With Shadow of Colossus, I didn't play any of them. Shadow of Colossus visually was stunning. It was such a pretty game. But with Ico, I really wanted to throw that little girl off the cliff and just walk away and have some Cheerios.
Well, see those games, I'm glad they're out there because I know because I know people like them. They're not for me, so it's hard for me to get excited about it.
Yeah.
It's just I don't understand the appeal of it. Like, it's puzzle, I guess, because you jump in, and that kid's voice got really annoying after a while.
Yeah.
Saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Bucko! And he's like...
And it's like, are you going to be... Is that all you're going to be doing, is yelling his name the whole game? I don't know. Please don't hate me. I'm just
the game is very artsy.
Yes.
And that's what I will give it credit for, is that
you're drinking your wine when you play it.
Yeah, exactly. It's graphically beautiful. The gameplay is just not for us. I wish Christina was here so she can actually defend it, and she probably will defend it in an article.
Yes.
But she'll give it the credit that she deserves, because it sounds like she played Ico and she played Shadow of Colossus, and so she knows exactly what this game is going for, because she's one of those people that went all sorts of crazy with it. She probably flipped a table if she could.
That's cool.
I also gave it BS because I messaged you when it happened, when he had to push this cart off this railing so the dog bird could come to you, and he's pushing, and I'm like, no.
Fake.
No momentum. You have no momentum to push this heavy ass thing. And then the freaking pillar started crumbling, and he's walking slowly across. I'm like, he's gonna die. This whole thing, he's gonna die, and the bird dog's gonna save him. And I just can't deal with that. Oh my gosh, I will probably, if I do get that game, I will make so much fun with it. But I mean, graphically, again, it still looks like a game, and if it's for you, it's great. For us, yeah, I will mock it like hell.
We'll be playing other stuff. Good stuff.
A new IP, Horizon Zero.
Oh my
Zero Dawn.
God, it's got me going, dude.
Female protagonist, which again, great thing. Giant mech dinosaur creatures.
I'd like to know the story behind this, man. Like, how did this happen? Like, she's hunting them. And she's going after like clearly like their energy sources or something.
Like just getting resources for the group and everything, and all of a sudden the giant Mechazoid T-Rex with no arms comes in, and oh my god,
it didn't sound like that.
It did not. But even the weaponry, where it was coming from like a crossbow to, I absolutely loved her trap, the tripwire, or whatever you really want to call it. I mean, she basically hit the wire onto the dinosaur and then shot it to the ground to make him stay put. And it's like, if I could do that, I'll be doing that all day. It's like, I'm going to be trapping this thing, and that's my job.
So it looks cool. You know, we only saw a little bit of gameplay footage, showing me the story. You know a little bit about the story and stuff, but I'm excited to see more. I'll probably pick that up. I love games like that.
Yeah. The new Hitman game, just called Hitman.
Very cool.
Apparently, there are 6 contracts exclusive for the PS4. So thank you for the exclusivity. And it is massive open world. Every NPC, if you kill it, they are gone. They do not come back. So you can do the main story, but you can also switch it up and create your own marks and take them out. I want to see if I can take out everybody.
Stop.
Just leave the world to myself. Just, I'm alone. Shout out to Street Fighter V being a PS4 exclusive. I don't know why. Capcom, they paid Capcom a lot, apparently.
Pay them a lot.
Beta comes out on July 23rd, coming out late 2016. I hope I had that right.
I said late 2016, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, beta starts on July 23rd.
So it might not be late 2016.
Okay, so they talked about this in the PC as well, which I'll go into. Which I can go into this. I don't even care. No Man's Sky. We saw it last year. And during the PC Game Show, they showed like this little trailer talking about everyone giving it awards, breathtaking, blah blah, pew pew pew. Look what I wrote. Just one big long curse word. Just, I need this. Like, it's an indie game.
I got nothing to say about No Man's Sky. I don't want to talk about it because I want it, and I can't have it, and it makes me sad. Like, how do you?
So,
oh my god.
So it was a live demo. It's a giant sandbox, thousands and thousands. They showed the first star system that you're in, and he's like, remember, every dot you see, there's a sun that has its own solar system. They kept panning out that just that's all I can really go is wow. All those suns have different solar systems, and when you want to go to a planet, you'll scan it. It's like, oh, you can go down there. Cool. No loading. You went straight to the planet's surface.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's so good.
And everything's fully destructible.
Oh yeah. When they said that, I was like, you can blow up rocks and trees and
now there are sentries that patrol the planets to stop explorers like yourself.
That's even so. It adds combat right off the rip.
Yeah.
So oh my gosh, dude.
So you can get out of your ship and do a little bit of exploration and combat stuff.
And it definitely.
I don't even know what the game is about. All I know is like I just want to go explore. I don't even know if there's a story to this game.
It doesn't hurt the game that the ship they keep showing looks like an X-wing. It doesn't hurt it Now
they did show that you come into an area and there's multiple star systems you come in with, and there's actually space battles. That there's actually factions going into war that you can join in and join a side and destroy stuff.
So you win a side, you fight for them, you buy stuff. You know what made me really mad? That I really did not like about the No Man's Sky presentation.
What's that?
Is he was like, well, we don't have a release date or nothing
They
yet.
had a release date. They had one, or even have, but they were going to announce it, but maybe something happened in the bottom line that they couldn't release it. And get this: do you know how many people work on this game?
2.
No.
How many?
10.
10 people.
10 people work on No Man's Sky. That's the development team.
Well, those 10 people will be very, very rich once this game launches.
Agreed. I have to give a shout out to Dreams which is using the motion controller to actually draw your... Stop it. To draw your...
No.
You know,
Let me show you the note that I took for this one. Here, look. Can I say that in this video?
No. But
that's all that's gonna happen. That's all that's it's all that's gonna happen.
I know. I was watching it, and I was expecting you just typing those words in, because that's all it's gonna. And even people on Twitter are going the same route.
That's all. There will be that one person that makes a magnificent art, and it's incredible. And they go back to a fellatio everywhere. That's all that's gonna happen, man. It's gonna be, I'm telling you, and it's just
the internet's going to destroy
that's all it's gonna. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this game just to go in and be like,
oh my gosh.
What? Why? Like, it's such a good idea, but why? And then you can do emotion, so you can just like have it running down the street.
So, Dreams, you're able to use the PS4 motion controller to actually draw your own character. You can also use assets from other players online who put this in the on the store or wherever, and you can use their assets to make your own thing. You can create this beautiful thing, and sure enough, exactly what we're laughing about.
Use their assets.
Oh my god! if this came out back in like early 2000, like when we were in high school, I think it would have been so beautiful. But now the internet is going to taint the... I really wish I didn't use that word. It's going to destroy this game. Just... yeah, so Dreams... all right.
They might just... Never mind.
Yeah. All right, so Destiny...
I was watching this, I was like, what's so funny? I was like, I'm just planning my future.
You're already drawing, getting prepared.
I was like, what am I going to make? And I was like, you could have blank sword fighting with blank, and they could be running down the street.
All right, moving on. Destiny, the Taken King, which is part 1, I guess, for this DLC episode expansion.
Can you read that for me? What's that note I made?
Destiny, people still play this?
No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Destiny people. No, I considered playing it the other night, and then I was like, nah, I don't play Witcher. But I think, because, I mean, this expansion comes out at school. There's a guard that I work with where I work, and it's all he plays. And he was like, did you see the Destiny expansion? And I was like, people still play Destiny? He's like, yes, I still play Destiny. All my friends could talk about his Battlefront, though. I was like,
yeah.
I mean, the Destiny expansion is coming out right around the same time as Battlefront, so it does.
Shout out to the Assassin's Creed Syndicate trailer, because it showed the full-on Eevee fight.
Oh, that was so cool.
It
makes me want to play her.
She put a sword through a guy's forehead and then yanked it out to kill someone else.
She's so nimble.
That was so sick.
Yeah, I do have a question about the Destiny thing, and they made it feel like it was a full game, not an expansion. So I don't know. They even have like a collector's edition now. Where
$40.
Is it $40?
It's $40.
Okay, so I guess it is sort of an expansion.
Yeah.
Okay.
World of Final Fantasy, PS4 and PS Vita in 2016. It's like a chibi Final Fantasy. There's not much information they even talked about. They did show a trailer, but it was a cinematic trailer.
I don't know.
Final Fantasy VII cinematic trailer blew up the internet.
I mean, it is
a classic.
It's the most wanted thing since
sliced bread.
Since episode 7. Yeah, that's what I compare it to. Like,
that's a good comparison.
People want just like they want a new Star Wars movie, like a non-prequel era new Star Wars movie, and oh my gosh! But I think people are gonna be disappointed because there's no way that this is going to be just a upgraded graphic remake. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be that way. I think there's gonna be a new battle system. I think there's gonna be. You think it's going to be in a completely new game? Like, I think they're going to launch it like it's Final Fantasy 16 or something. Like,
wow.
I think that's
ballsy.
I think it's going to be the same story, but I think Square Enix itself, I feel like, doesn't do turn-based games anymore. When was the last turn-based Square Enix game that came out?
Ooh, that's true.
You know, it's all the action RPG stuff. Like Final Fantasy 13 is sort of that way, but it's not at the same time. It's just they do Final Fantasy 13 did this weird like action turn-based mix. So maybe it'll be full turn-based, but I just don't see it happening, bro. I just don't. Did you play 7 at all?
I watched people play it, and I will give it that. It actually, in full honesty, Final Fantasy VII was the beginning of every JRPG having a main character with a giant ass sword.
It's true, and crazy hair.
And crazy hair.
You know what I thought about though, with a like full graphic upgrade on Final Fantasy VII? There is ridiculous stuff that happened in Final Fantasy VII.
There was.
Like, for instance, I remember there was a part where you were trying to free somebody from a guy who captured, oh my gosh, starts with an A. What's her name? Had the roses. She died. Everybody got so mad when she died.
I have no clue. I watched people
Oh my
play.
god, I'm so sorry. I forgot her name.
The comments will tell us, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, they'll get mad at me for it. But I think you were either trying to free her or Tifa. It might have been Tifa you were trying to free. From like a guy who was about to sell them into sex slavery. And so the way you get them out is they made Titus look like a girl. Not Titus, that's from 10. Cloud looked like a girl. And put a dress on him and put makeup on him and make it... Like, that was part of your quest line. You had to go find a nice dress, put the dress on...
I cannot wait for this game to come out.
And you had to, like, trick this guy into thinking you were, like, the top girl. You had to, like, be fancy. You had to make this guy want you and stuff. And I'm like, I guess it's cool because it was, like, you know,
it was
squares.
funny.
It was blocks. But now it's going to be, like, you know, like a movie. It's like, is this going to be in that? I want this to be in that because, you know.
All right, so and it was basically a narrative cinematic trailer, just saying that, hey, guess what? Final Fantasy VII remake.
Even in the Square Enix panel, it was panel, right?
The conference.
Conference. They were like, well, we got is that announcement to show you. That's it. We'll have more at the end of the year. So that tells me that game ain't coming out for a while.
Oh no, next year. Next year definitely.
Maybe.
And it will be coming out for PlayStation 4 first, and then it will be on Xbox One later.
Yes, everybody's like, Sony wins E3. Sony does not win. I know we talked about this before. Sony does not win E3 because they announced a game that's coming out for multiple consoles. You know.
And same with Kingdom Hearts. I mean, it's coming out for multiple consoles.
Yeah, so like, yeah, Kingdom Hearts. It's just they just announced them at the conferences. Like, it doesn't. I hate that so much. It's coming first for PS4. Yes. We don't know how much first. You could be getting a day early. You could be getting a week early. You getting a month early. Right now, there's no details. You know, hell, it could not be coming out on Xbox One. You don't know what it's coming out on. You know it's coming out on multiple stuff, though. Yeah. Because they said out first on PS4. And if you noticed, one thing I picked up on is that during these conferences, Xbox said, Xbox exclusive, Xbox exclusive, Xbox exclusive. Sony had out first on PlayStation. Get this DLC only on PlayStation.
Yep.
You know, that is a big deal.
Yep. PlayStation is missing a lot of exclusives this time around.
Yeah, and so
and then Shenmue 3.
I don't. This annoyed me.
Really?
Well, because everybody's like, yeah, Shenmue, and I'm just like,
I never played the first two.
Well, the way that it's not the game itself. I never played the game. It's the fact that they were like, hey, we're not sure about this game, so we're backing this guy's Kickstarter. So if y'all pay for it, then we'll make it. You know, and it's just like, really? It just really annoyed me, man.
Yeah.
It's
Kickstarter can be a double-edged sword.
Well, it's just like that to me says Sony didn't have faith in this game to begin with. I feel like Kickstarter is their like safe zone. You know, it's like, well, we'll see. And if you're gonna do that, you should have Square Enix should have put out a Kickstarter for Final Fantasy VII with a $10 million budget. Like that, if you put $10 million in Final Fantasy VII remake, boom, like.
Oh my god!
It would overnight. It would hit 10 million.
I mean, Star Citizen for PC, $82 million was the end of its Kickstarter. $82 million. These guys are going like, we can do whatever we want, and they are, which we talk about later. So yeah, the Shenmue 3 is on Kickstarter. It has launched. I haven't really even seen an update. I haven't checked.
I think it after like 2 days it got hit because Sony brought it up in their conference. Everybody was like, "Oh, Shenmue 3."
Yeah, it launched on the conference. I haven't, even today during recording, I meant to get an update, but I haven't yet. Arkham Knight Cinematic trailer, who cares? It comes out next week, which...
It'll probably be out. You're probably playing it while you're watching this or taking a break to watch this.
Probably, yeah. I want to correct myself. Eve Valkyrie isn't on Oculus. It's on Project Morpheus.
Right.
It's on Project Morpheus. And then...
Just Spotify.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Spotify.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
sorry.
Ooh.
Yeah, PlayStation View. Like, we're having a cable like, it's right on the coattails of
Slack or
Sling TV.
Sling.
Like, that's...
And at the same time, Verizon Fios is doing the specific channels as well over on the West Coast.
They made it to, check this out, TV. It's like, man, this is...
For a console, maybe. I don't know.
It just, see, and that's just it. Another reason why Sling TV is on Xbox, it's on your PC, it's on your Amazon Fire TV, it is not on your PlayStation, and won't be on your PlayStation because they're trying to have their own View software. They're not using third-party stuff.
If it works on PlayStation TV, I would consider it.
Netflix
just saying.
Netflix doesn't work on PlayStation TV. I was considering buying one for my bedroom, and then it said that Netflix...
Yeah, I told him because I tried to download it, and it's only the Vita version, and it wouldn't let me download because it's the Vita version. Well, damn it, don't have it on the store.
It doesn't make any sense to me that Netflix, like, Elena's Leap Pad, my daughter's Leap Pad can Netflix. No, it can't. I'm just saying, like, everything has.
Yeah.
The 3DS, you can get Netflix on it, but you can't get it on PlayStation TV. You can't get Netflix on.
Call of Duty Black Ops exclusive. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 exclusive.
What happened there? It's always it's like Microsoft since Call of Duty first launched, and now Sony's like, we got. It's cool. It'd have been cool 3 years ago, but now it's Call of Duty. It's the same game you play every year. Yep. It's like Madden. It's cool. Like,
it does look pretty, and for God's sakes, I could not tell what the hell was going on that screen.
Well, the coolest thing was this game is going to have 4-player co-op in the story mode. It look like.
Yep, it will.
So that's cool. But again, it's not like the 4-player co-op is Sony exclusive. Like, that's a game that's coming out for everybody.
Yep. Beta access is in August, and then the last two things we got to talk about: Infinity 3.0 this fall.
I don't want to.
Okay.
No.
Basically, Star Wars.
I got so mad. I
guess this is 2 different games, or maybe 2 different updates. Or
No. That's right. That's what we're going to
Star
talk about. Okay, so this when the game first comes out, it's going to have 2 packs. It's going to have the Rise of the...
so Twilight of the Republic.
Twilight of the Republic, which is like the Clone Wars era one.
1 through 3.
Yeah, which comes with Ahsoka and Anakin. And then there's also Rise of the Empire.
Rise Against the Empire.
Excuse me, Rise Against the Empire, and that's Han Solo. No, you don't get Han Solo in the pack. You get Luke and you get Leia in the pack.
Oh, that's nice.
And Han Solo sold separately, of course.
Yeah, and that's 4 through 6.
Right. And what's happening is when the game launches, all the other consoles except for Sony, all you can get is the Twilight of the Republic pack. And it comes with the gamepad, the game, and the 2 figures, which annoys me anyway. There needs to be a little bit cheaper pack with the game and the figures and the play set for people who have 2 gamepads already. This guy.
There's a lot of gamepads. I mean,
like, you only need 1. Like, that's all you need.
Yeah.
And it's annoying because I have 2. It's like, anyway.
You don't play with that many people.
I know. Amazon UK has a pack like that. Like, I looked on Amazon UK. They have a pack. There's the game, the figures, and the playset without the board for like $10 less.
Yeah, we need... Yeah,
so
America needs that.
But the PlayStation exclusive is the...
Boba Fett.
Well, no, the Empire pack, the episode 4 through 6 pack is coming out a month later for everybody else. But there's one big giant pack you can buy from Sony, which is the Twilight of the Republic, the
Rise Against
the Empire, and also Boba Fett. All you get, so you get Luke, you get Leia, you get Boba Fett, you get Anakin, you get Ahsoka, and you get both play sets right off the rip. Now, Boba Fett is not a Sony exclusive, just like the Hulk wasn't a Sony exclusive. It was for like 3 weeks, and they released the Hulk by himself a little bit later. You could play it on everybody. This bothers me just because it's like, I don't play it with other people online. It's something I play by myself with my kid, so I could get it on the PS4. I only have one PlayStation controller, so that sucks. I'm probably going to still get it on Xbox and just wait. Boba Fett will be sold separately, so all they're doing is getting some figures and some play sets early. Everything is going to come out for everything. And also, if you had the money, you could just, like, if I want on Xbox, you could just buy the game by itself somewhere.
Yeah.
Because the gamepad and all the figures and the play sets work on every console. It doesn't matter what you're playing on. So.
And then finally, Uncharted 4. That's how they end the show. It's Uncharted 4. A long gameplay trailer.
No, can we talk about the beginning of it, though? Like, how you... This is like the game you're showing. This is like... And someone's like... Did someone sync the controller? No one... What? Is that controller synced? What happened? What? So it starts, and Nathan Drake like... Yeah.
He's just chilling there. He's like, you have to follow the guy. And all of a sudden, it goes to black, and he restarts it.
And I'm like, oh gosh, Sony.
And now the controller's working. Yeah, let's follow him.
It looks great. But, I was actually having a talk with somebody about this at work today. Uncharted 4 looks great. The thing about Uncharted games is they're like the reason why gameplay was invented. They are one and dones. You rarely go back. And I'm not saying you haven't done it. You may have done it. I'm just saying in general, they're games you play through once, and that's it. You play through once, get the story, it's fun, and that's it. Uncharted 2,
there's no replayability to it.
Right. They do multiplayer, but it's not.
Those kinds of games are, even with Tomb Raider when it came out, like, why is there a multiplayer to this?
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. So.
That's why there was actually a game, I think it's further in another conference, that people were actually upset that there was only a single player, not multiplayer. I'm like, Star Fox for Nintendo, which we'll go into in just a moment. Yeah, I'll go into that just when I. But yeah, Uncharted 4. Driving from a large armored truck downhill to get to this place, to meet up with this person, and...
It's about his brother, it looked like. Nathan Drake's brother is going to be...
Yeah, Sam, yeah. Driving on building, I mean, graphically it looks amazing. Story-wise, looks fun because
it's Uncharted. It's like Halo now. Uncharted's like Halo. You know what you're going to get. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great ride. It's going to be a ludicrous story that makes no sense.
And a lot of acrobatics, and somehow you can't do some things.
Right. You want to impress people, Sony? Do a Tomb Raider Nathan Drake team-up game where you can co-op. Do that. How about that game?
I'm not ready for that.
How about that game?
My body would not be ready for that.
I call Lara Croft.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. All right, and so that was it for the Sony. Next up is the Nintendo Conference.
I don't think I was able to take any notes during this because I was really busy, but I did watch the whole thing because at that time I could start watching on YouTube and not on my phone, so I was able to pause it, so I went back to it. Can I just make a general comment about the Nintendo Conference?
Yeah.
Did not like it.
Well, it was another... basically, all this was Nintendo Direct, but just at E3.
Yeah, you're right. It's just a long Nintendo Direct. They started off with puppets, actually made by the Henson Group. So
I found great.
That was a fun little... But, like, their show was so mediocre. Like, the stuff they showed off was... I don't know. I don't have a list. You got a list going?
First thing was it opened up with the Star Fox.
Star Fox is the best thing. Like Star Fox is
Zero.
It's a new, unique way to play. It looks fun. I'm definitely buying it. It's half the reason why I got it with you. The other half was Zelda that got pushed back into God knows when.
Yeah, Star Fox is going to make me get a Wii U.
It's just the way it played looks fun. It's a new way to play.
Because of the fact that with the Wii U, I will give credit to the Wii U with the dual screen with your Wii U gamepad. And with your gamepad, I mean, I'll be over here with my little controller looking at the screen. You'll be over here on your gamepad looking at your cockpit. And how you're tilting with your gamepad determines on how you're looking through your cockpit. And I found that freaking phenomenal. And especially on the gamepad, they've condensed it down where all you really need is one button to shoot. So it's like, all right, well, what are we going to do with the other buttons? Oh, well, look. He's going to be able to, the Star Fox Fire is going to be able to transform into a walker mode.
Yeah, it's Transformers Star Fox style. It was walker, it was tank, or the tank wasn't the regular R fighter. So it's called the A-Wing. It wasn't, or the R-Wing. I think it's R-Wing in Star Fox.
I can't remember, but yeah, it was a tank, and then
but the tank turned into like a big heavy duty flying thing too. So
yeah, and then they have the a helicopter, a little glider.
I thought that was funny.
And where the glider, if I saw it correctly, actually took your guy out of the cockpit, went down for a first-person view.
Is Star Fox becoming like Batman? Like
that'd be cool.
The Foxcopter, the Fox tank.
And it's basically all it's old school Star Fox, and where a friend of mine on Twitter was like, for Wii U, these graphics aren't all that. I'm like, it's Star Fox. This is all. I don't even care.
Yeah.
It's all geometric polygons BS that I am okay. I'm back being do a barrel roll. You got it, pig.
Yeah.
Or bunny, really. But yeah, it's old school stuff. You get the archways, and what I really found cool was the creator of Star Fox had a little interview to talk about his experience, and that's the one thing I'll give Nintendo Direct is that their guys are going to give you a nice story behind everything. And where he tried to get Star Fox 2 going, the Walker stuff, the transformation was supposed to happen in Star Fox 2, didn't happen, so he brought it into Zero.
That's very cool.
And the archways that we all saw in the first Star Fox game in '64, they're all inspired by a shrine that's down the road from his house, because the shrine is basically the shrine of arches.
Right.
So we have all these archways. Like it gives you more involvement in the game to know the personal story behind it. So I'm gonna be all over Star Fox Zero because it's Star Fox. I grew up on that game. That was a replay game right there where you had to defeat every single thing to get like a secret boss at the end.
That was awesome. That was. You remember when like you went to Secret Way and Wolf showed up?
Yes.
Oh god, I was like, this is so cool. Fighting Wolf right now.
It was something else. So that and cool thing is comes out this holiday season.
Yes, I'll be picking that up for sure.
Then
Hopefully my Fox Amiibo will work with it. Yeah.
He hinted at a new feature called Code NS, but we'll know more about that in 2016.
Of course.
Skylanders Superchargers coming out this fall. It's already a big thing because it was really what inspired Infinity 3 or Disney Infinity, the Amiibo thing. Skylanders started this, right. And I absolutely loved it because I play it with my cousins all the time. One of the characters from when Giants came out for Skylanders was a tree called I think it's actually called like Trex or something, and they showed it to me as a giant tree with my name on it. I'm like, that's me. Wow. I'm a giant tree. So, and they have two of them. One's specifically for me, and the other one's for them. So I was like, thank you.
What were you like?
Thank you. They're like 8 and 10.
I'm laughing at like your country accent that popped out right there.
They do live in Lexington, so all right. So the big thing I have to talk about here is the Donkey Kong and Bowser figures for Skylanders. But what's the awesome thing about that?
They're also Amiibo. You flip a switch,
you flip the base,
and you're using an Amiibo. You know, one thing I did notice about the gameplay footage for that though, is they were clearly using like PS4, Xbox One footage until they started showing the Bowser stuff. Like I was just like, oh guys, come on guys, I'm not a dummy. I look like a dummy, but I might not be a dummy.
So the Donkey Kong and Bowser figures are Nintendo only. And just like Stevie B said, you flip the base, and where they turn from Skylanders, you switch it, and they turn into Amiibos, which is...
And it's one Bowser Amiibo or one Kong Amiibo is a Kong Amiibo for every game. No matter what the figure looks like, it's either Donkey Kong in this or Donkey Kong in Smash. The problem is, one thing they don't tell you is it's cool if you switch it to an Amiibo, but I guess the data wouldn't get erased.
I don't
because it's Skyland, because it's two different chips.
Yeah.
But you can only use one Amiibo in one game, so you'll only be able to use Donkey Kong on one Nintendo game.
Yeah. Now, Donkey Kong and Bowser, I think, only work for the Nintendo version, right? Or are they going to work for the other ones in Skylander mode?
No, they won't.
Okay.
There'll be Wii U exclusives, for sure.
Okay. New game for the 3DS, Zelda Triforce Heroes.
I did not like that.
That was the totem pole thing, right?
Yeah, I just did not like the look of that, man.
That's bringing back some old school Legend. That's literally old school Legend of Zelda with the pixelation, and it's basically Link and like two dolls. If you're playing by yourself, if you're playing with two other guys,
you can be anything. They're all different kinds. It's to me it's a cool concept, but like when I play a Zelda game, I'm alone. I hate to say that, but I just don't co-op Zelda games.
Understandable.
And I can see people that would like it, but again, it's one of those games that's just not for me.
Yeah, it's a 3-player game. It can be. It's basically dungeon puzzles with friends.
Right.
You also have a ability like to change clothes, and different clothes you wear gives you different abilities to use.
Right.
And they went with 3-player because with the total mechanic, you're stacking yourself. Doing 4-player would actually be too tall, so they had to stick to 3. And then a 3DS version of Hyrule Warriors Legends.
That looks cool. Well, it's
called Hyrule Legend. It's called Hyrule Warriors Legends. It's
Right.
basically a 3DS version. Coming out in first quarter 2016. Will include all the DLC characters.
That's cool.
And then they're also adding Wind Waker characters.
You know, one thing they didn't announce, which is rumored on the internet, is that there's also going to be a Link L, like a female version of Link.
Oh my gosh.
And she uses like a crossbow.
Huh.
So that was really cool. So I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know if that'll be the case, but look pretty legit.
A new Metroid Prime game, which it's
People
3D
lose. Did you hear about this petition? There's a petition online to get this game shut down.
because it doesn't have Samus.
Yeah, well, I don't know the reason behind it. I didn't care enough to look, but I just noticed. I just thought, really, guys?
For God's sakes, it was a short cinematic trailer. We know nothing about the game. Of course, everything's going to be explained during E3 if they can. But I mean, I haven't read anything else about it.
You guys need to calm down. It looks cool. It's co-op shooter. You know what you don't have on 3DS? Co-op shooters. What's Nintendo going to do? They're going to put it in one of their worlds. What's their best? One of their best universes to put shooters in? Metroid.
Yep.
So shut up and just deal with it. If you don't like it, guess what? You don't have to buy it, you don't have to play it. And if you don't buy it, they won't make another one because it didn't sell. So how about that? Instead of signing a petition for them to stop. Nintendo's not going to stop production of the game. Shut up. Just don't buy it.
A new 3DS only game, Fire Emblem Fates. It's a Fire Emblem game. Xenoblade Chronicles X, December 2016. Cinematic trailer with lots of robots.
Lots of robots. To me, and there's a lot of people listening to this, I'm not taking a shot at anybody. I'm just making a general statement. I feel like it got real Japanese there at the end. It was just like, I was like, what is happening? Like, It's cool. People are into that. Not really me. So I was just like, okay.
I remember the first Xenoblade. It was Xenoblade back on the PlayStation. And, I mean, you could fight without the robots, but I mean, you want those fucking robots. Then, of course, Xenoblade Chronicles came out, and I'm like, yay, where's my robot? There's my robot. And, okay, that's all I want is giant robot fights, dang it. When I first saw it, I'm like, Gundam? Gundam? I'm like, oh, Xenoblade. Okay. Animal Crossing Home Builder. Wow. Animal Crossing.
There are people who love this. Okay, again, no shot to you.
Yeah.
If you're in Animal Crossing, sweet.
That comes out in September. Then
this next one can...
Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, holiday 2015.
I just get mad at that because I hate the way Nintendo has handled Amiibos.
That's true.
And it's just like, really? You made a game based off Amiibos you can't buy anywhere?
So I don't know why I missed it somehow, but maybe it was later. But Yoshi Woolly World, Yoshi in yarn form, which they gave a story behind it. I felt the story was very heartwarming, but this is like the year of dogs in yarn, because there's also another game called Yarny coming out, which is basically Little Big Planet everything, but just
yarn. Yeah.
With yarn. Even he was a yarn. Everything was yarn in there. Well, he was made out of yarn. What was his name? Boy something?
I don't remember.
I don't know either. But yeah, I mean, Little Big Planet has his star guy was made of yarn. Then we have Yarny. That's more yarn, and everyone fell in love with it. And now we have Yoshi as yarn, and the year of the dog yarn. There you go.
Was that what you wrote?
I just put yarn with a bunch of exclamation points. that's really
it looks like a fun Yoshi game. The fact that you made a yarn is cool too. Right?
Yeah. Coming out in October 15th. And then Yokai Watch, which is basically like almost like Pokemon with the... You capture all of these ghosts, which are yokai, and you put them in your watch.
I was like, what is happening?
You capture, you befriend them, and then you fight evil ones.
Okay.
That's all I got from it.
Okay.
All I got. I didn't catch the name of this, but it's the game with the 2 Marios.
Oh my gosh, what was the name of that? I can't remember. But yeah, it's like Paper Mario meets like 3D Mario.
Yeah.
And they have fights. They don't fight each other. You team up and you have to
Which-
solve puzzles with Paper Mario. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty awesome concept, and I definitely love the fact that Bowser was arguing with himself.
Yes.
That was... And they got into this big epic fight. That was cool. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, Holiday 2015. It's Mario Tennis. Yeah.
Just saying. Man.
Super Mario Maker.
It's legit.
Make your own Mario level, and what's a really cool thing is if you use your amiibo, that amiibo character in Mario form shows up on the screen. So if you use your Link, it's Mario in like this Link costume. You use the Wii trainer, it's Mario in a Link trainer outfit.
Ooh.
So you create your own levels. You can stack monsters with basically a bunch of Koopas and birds on top of each other. And look, there's a monster right there. Water levels, water temple. Woo woo.
Water temple? No, it's not water temple.
No more. So you can use your amiibos. There's a book of samples, so you can see some examples on how to actually make them and get inspired. And then Nintendo Access at participating Best Buy stores get to play it first. So there's probably a kiosk for it.
Yeah.
Worldwide. And then to end it out, they did they did a showcase of the different Mario games that came out through the years. And then they showed Let'sSuperMario.com, which is create your own Mario theme whatever, and just upload it to that site, and it gets shown around the world.
It's very cool. I don't know if they announced it at this one or the Nintendo Direct that happened 2 weeks ago, but they did say that eventually every Smash Brother character is going to have its own amiibo.
Yeah, it was actually before E3. I think it was like the Friday before.
Yeah.
Last Friday.
Yeah,
for us.
that's right, because they announced Ryu, and then they said every character will have an amiibo, including Ryu.
Yep. And they also announced the Animal Crossing amiibos.
Yes.
All of those, and yeah, then Ryu. I think there's like another Smash Brothers character, another one from Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Someone else who was important. That is like you basically have the whole Fire Emblem team now.
And they announced the Duck Hunt. They have the bird. I showed Heather, and she was like, "Really?" It's like, "I'm probably gonna get this one. I'm not gonna lie to you."
The Duck Hunt amiibo.
Yes.
Yeah, I want that too.
I know. Okay.
I'll just get it just to have it on my table. It's like I just want a gun now. I can finally, everyone's dream can finally get rid of it. That's one dog I wouldn't mind hurting.
Wow. All right.
So we just made this real. All right. So the next conference is Square Enix. I remember when they used to be called Squaresoft. Those are the days. But it's okay. They opened up with Just Cause 3. Never played any of the Just Cause games before.
Just Cause 2 is really fun. You just blow stuff up, essentially.
Yeah, cinematic trailer showed a little bit of gameplay. A new windsuit. You can do cool things now with your updated grapple hook. It can be used anywhere. They are showing an example of like you can use your grappling hook to hit a soldier, attach it to a fuel tank as an exploding, and they shoot straight up in the air.
That's cool.
Different ways to blow stuff up, basically.
If you like massive amounts of destruction, Just Cause is the game for you. Just Cause 2, your goal is just to wreck everything and create chaos. It's great. I love it. It's so much cool.
Just Cause?
Just Cause 2.
No, I mean Just Cause.
Oh yeah, Just Cause, right.
A new Nier game for PS4. It was basically cinematic trailer, early development. Tomb Raider was shown there, but we already know about it. It was discussing the character design and making of, behind the scenes. A new Tomb Raider game called Lorecraft Go, which is also based off of Hitman Go. It's basically like a turn-based action thing.
It's a mobile game. They want you to spend money on stuff, coins, stuff like that.
Oh yeah. They did some showcasing for the games like Life is Strange. They also showed a new Dragon Quest game. The Final Fantasy remake trailer again, just everywhere. Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. A mobile game.
I was excited about that because it actually looked good, and I was like, man, this is something I could waste some time to.
And there's the thing, we're gonna have to buy it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get it
because it bridges between 2 and 3.
I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2. Isn't it on PS4 or is PS3?
It's PS3 because it's the collection. It has like one of the DS games. It's weird.
I need on PS4 stats.
Agreed.
How is there not? They put all these. There's a God of War collection, but there's not a Kingdom Hearts collection. What's that about?
Get on it.
Come on, Sony.
Yeah, it's for smartphones. Then Kingdom Hearts 3, they showed in-game footage.
Tangled.
Variation of attacks with the Keyblade, which transformed to like double guns and one giant gun.
Yeah, it wasn't the. No, I think the Tangled stuff was during this. Was it during the Square Enix presentation or the Sony presentation?
It was the same trailers.
No, well, they showed like gameplay in Tangled.
I don't know that. I must have been working.
Like in the Tangled movie world. Like they went into the movie world, they showed fighting and stuff, and they showed her tower.
Oh, okay.
And they had like the director of Tangled, the movie. I think maybe it was the writer, the director was there. I thought it was really cool, and they showed them like fighting stuff in the Tangled world. So I thought that was pretty cool.
And then World of Final Fantasy again. Hitman Gate went into more information coming out on December 8th for Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation 4. Yay. Freedom of approach. This dude, you could do anything to approach this guy. Or to approach your targets, which I absolutely love because I'm horrible at sneaking around. So I might just go out there and just be a badass and just, whatever, you're done. Like, oh, come and chase me. There's no way I'm going to be stealthy about it. No way. And then Hitman Sniper, they showed, I don't even know what I even wrote. I can't even read my own handwriting. I think it was like a mobile game. I think I actually found it. It's a mobile game because I found it on my phone. It's basically all it is, just sniping at targets. That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah, done. Let's see. Final Fantasy 15. They mentioned it. They like a little snippet of it because it was another showcase, just random games.
Does that come out this year or next year?
I think next year.
Okay.
I'm not 100%.
I haven't played the demo yet. I need to check that out.
What got my gooses going? Star Ocean. Integrity and Faithlessness, coming out in 2016. I played the Star Ocean 2. No, I'm sorry, Star Ocean 3 was my game. And I think it was with that and Tales of Symphonia for GameCube. Loved it. It was the first time I really found my way into real-time action RPGs, real-time gameplay for battles. And I absolutely loved it. It was so amazing. So good. So great.
The only Star Ocean I played was Till the End of Time.
I think that was
on the PS2.
Yeah, I think that was okay. I think that might have been 2 or 3.
Okay.
Because I think the latest one that came out was 4, so this would technically be 5. The trailer that was shown was 30 frames per second. They said that when the game comes out, it will be 60.
Ooh.
So it will be 60 frames. Dewey X. I guess how you pronounce it, Duex. Dewey X.
It's Deus Ex.
Deus Ex, yeah. Dewey.
I was like, what are you saying? Deus Ex.
Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which is early 2016. They showed a lot of it, a lot of gameplay stuff. Basically, the story is humans and the augmented people are separated, like we don't want anything to do with you. Jensen is a cop. He's trying to investigate stuff, so he's doing his own thing. Looked really, really strong.
The second one was good. I'm playing it on the Wii U right now. It's one of those games I bought for the Wii U because it was like $10, and I enjoy it. It's really sad in the beginning of the second game because you're a cop and you're just a regular human, and then like you get gunned down and they bring you back with a bunch of cybernetic enhancements, and then the game like starts. There's no spoilers until the game starts. It's how you become like cybernetically powered. So it was pretty cool. Okay. So,
and then that's it for Sony. There was a couple.
Experience.
Yeah. So next and finally is the PC show, which I know we've made this really long, and I have to give a shout out to Sean Plott, aka Day 9, big esports guy, big PC gamer for his stream. You can find him over at day9.tv.
Day9.tv.
He created the PC gaming show because PC games are at E3, but they don't really get the highlight that every other conference does. So it was really nice that Sean was able to work with E3 to get this done. And a huge shout out to AMD as well for helping sponsor it and showing off a lot of stuff that made me drool. Oh my god, you have to see the presentation that AMD did.
I missed this. This is a conference I actually missed.
I mean, it was a 2.5 hours, so I understand.
Was it really?
Dude, 2.5 hours. It was like, holy crap.
You PC people, I swear.
So the first thing he came out was Killing Floor 2. I mean, there's a lot of indie game stuff. So Killing Floor 2, a zombie game, it's new gore, a free content pack called Incinerate and Detonate, which introduces 2 new classes. Community made maps will be shown in, and then early access players on Steam right now, there will be no wipes for you. No wipes for early access.
Huh?
No.
Oh.
They also introduced a new game called Rising Storm 2, which is during the Vietnam War. Not sure why I put Vietnam Warrior. I think I just wanted to put war, and I created everything else.
Silly goose.
Star Citizen was not at E3 this year because he's in the UK, he's in London, working on the game. Gave some great behind-the-scenes footage showing the studio that they're in and working through the CG motion capturing. That's exactly what they're working on right now. Once again, $83 million off a Kickstarter.
Why don't we start Kickstarter? Where's our Kickstarter?
What could we do?
I don't know. We'll figure something out.
I mean, that's $83 million going towards this fantastic game. They're doing the motion capture stuff, but he did say they will be at E3 next year. So next year will be the year to see what Star Citizen is going on with. And of course, you also go to starcitizen.com. I think that's the website, and you can see the updates that they're doing there. A new game called Total War Hammer. It's Total War, but set in the Warhammer-esque.
Of course.
So the one cool thing I have to give a shout out to is a griffin. There was a giant griffin that came flying down. I was like, what the hell? So it's basically 2 franchises combined. You got Total War, and you also got Warhammer combined into this game.
Showtime I'd actually like that.
Yeah, because it's from the Warhammer miniatures, and they're now in a video game setting. Phil Spector from Xbox came out to talk about Killer Instinct crossplay coming to Windows 10 PC. Crossplaying with Xbox One. Yay.
I mean, sorry, can we move the mic a little bit? It's like right in my zone. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. We got anything else for PC?
Fable Legends, story-based world, crossplay with the Xbox One and Windows 10. And it is a free-to-play game.
Oh no!
Free-to-play game.
Oh.
That's where they got you. They got you.
I just want like Fable 4. Like I don't want a Connect game. I don't want a free play. I just want to create my hero again. I'm just gonna buy Fable Legends on a Steam sale. Or what? No, Fable the remake.
There you go.
For like $10 on a Steam sale.
Gigantic is a new 5v5 PvP. It's a first-person shooter / MOBA, and it's the beta starts in August. And the concept is you have to defeat the other team's Guardian, which also joins the fight as well.
Sweet.
And it's completely crazy when you look at it. American Truck Simulator from the same people who made Euro Truck Simulator.
Okay, move on.
This is the cool thing though with it. You
did that?
the maps are actually from Google Maps in the game.
Sweet. Oh my god.
All right, so I put Eve Valkyrie as an Oculus game. I guess it is for Oculus and for Morpheus then, because I guess it's for both. I don't know. If you played Eve, you understand that Eve, as issues as you can have with that game if you've played it before, it is a great space combat game. It's one of the best. This game was born for virtual reality. It wasn't created off of anything else. It was specifically made for virtual reality, and it had in-game footage where you are in your cockpit, and wherever you're looking around your cockpit.
Oh, that's so cool. That's really
you're completely looking around it, and it's Day 9 actually went to the VIP he recorded himself playing it and then showed it on the show, and he was standing up. This is not a game you apparently want to stand up for.
No, there's no way. That sounded like something you couldn't stand up for.
No, and even the director or the person who was there talking about it, he's like, you should have been sitting down. And because he came out, he's like, whoa, just whoa. And he remembers the first time he played this, he threw up.
Of course you're going to throw up. Like,
And the gameplay is you're flying through things. You can stop and hide behind a ship, and then fly back into the combat. So it's in and out stuff.
When are they developing a Star Wars game for the Oculus Rift? Oh boy!
You just want to be
I just want to be my X-wing and watch the attack foils. The foils go into attack position. S foils go into attack position. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Pillars of Eternity has an expansion pack coming out called The White March. Cinematic trailer, higher level cap, new abilities, and new companions. So check that out on the Steam. A new game coming from them is called Planet Coaster, coming to PC in 2016. You can pre-order at the Frontier store, and it's basically a worldwide roller coaster tycoon. That's the first thing I saw about it.
Sweet.
And then I think this is actually finally, because I think I might have... Nope, oh my god. Okay, Guild Wars 2 expansion, Heart of the Thrones. I'm sorry, PC, it was a 2-hour show. I'm trying to go... Alright, so Guild Wars 2 expansion, Heart of the Thrones, has it was guild halls. They're introducing guild halls.
Sweet.
This isn't anything like the other guild halls. This is actually something where you need to go into with your guild, with your guild mates, and you actually have to capture you have to defeat this boss to get this land.
Sweet.
Defeat it, unlock new features, you can decorate, you can even create an arena, and you can brawl with other players in it.
That's cool.
There's a war room that makes PvP items, so you can use them in PvP battle zones.
That's very cool.
And then large-scale battles with warships. Alright, let's see. The new AMD cards, new Arma 3 in 2016. Beyond Eyes is a new independent game, and this is an exploration game, but you play a character who is blind. And
I saw this.
Yeah, and how you're playing this game is it's all watercolor. It's an all watercolor feel, and you have to use your senses of feel. You have to hear sounds, and you just have to feel around, and you're just pretty much exploring, trying to find your cat. Meow. I'm sure Heather would like that. Soma is coming from the guys who created Amnesia, which this is set underwater. It's a horror game, and a big word, nope. Think of it like Slender Man. No, because in the trailer was like you heard your other person's voice, your partner, whatever. It's like, just come down here, and all of a sudden your screen starts getting this little fuzzy thing, and she's just yelling. He's like, "Don't look directly at him! Don't look directly!" And you're just like seeing this like lens flare just coming in. I'm like, it's the trailer, and my heart's going and you're just running, and it just goes to black, and it's like, F you. Daisy has new vehicles coming out, new items, and also the ability to host your own DayZ server.
DayZ still hasn't launched yet.
It's coming out.
Okay.
Let's see. Enter the Dungeon. It's a new independent game as well. It's like Binding of Isaac, but shooting and with lots of damn bullets.
Nice.
That's what they said. Heroes of the Storm. Eternal Conflict coming out June 30th, and it introduces new characters, Lorik and the Monk class. The Monk class is coming out later, but Lorik should be coming out launch. StarCraft 2: Whispers of Oblivion.
Ooh, yes.
This is a 3-mission prologue mission.
What?
Yeah, July 2015 for the beta.
Yes. Oh, for the beta. Oh.
Yeah, this is for the beta. This is the bridge between Heart of the Swarm and Legacy of the Void.
Nice.
Free for everyone.
Yup.
Early access pre-ordering Legacy of the Void.
Definitely
Yeah. No Man's Sky, once again, 10 people working on this. PS4 and PC release. And they didn't say anything about Xbox One. It probably will. It better. Yeah. All right, so...
It's crazy. So, to finish it up, I want to say that as overall... I don't think there was a winner. I don't think anybody blew me away. I feel like this is like that Chris Rock thing. You know, when Chris Rock, when he talks about, like, dads, and when he says, I feed my kids. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. We ain't gonna get... These people came and did everything they were supposed to do. Nothing blew me away. They shut off their games. You know, Microsoft announced backwards compatibility. That's cool. You know, again, it looks great on paper. It makes your opinion go way up, but no one ever uses it. No one really won. I think that everybody if I had to give everybody a score, I'd give everybody a 7 across the board. I didn't watch the PC though, so I don't know.
That's okay. It was really the PC gaming show. He had like his own little Jimmy Fallon thing going on.
Right. So Nintendo did what Nintendo does, so I still get in the 7.
Yeah, they showed Mario.
Right. And some Japanese stuff.
and some puppets dancing.
They get a plus for Star Fox for sure. They would get a 10 if they would show me some Zelda. So that wasn't on the 3DS. So I don't know. Do you disagree? What do you think?
Everyone did a fantastic job. I really think that it was Bethesda that blew.
I forgot about Bethesda. I'm sorry.
And that's the thing is because this is Bethesda's first ever E3 conference, and I'll even give Square Enix this because this is also Square Enix hasn't done one in forever. So it's really hard to see these guys come in when we've already been through EA, through Ubisoft. Those are all known things. So. And honestly, I have to split this because you have the console conferences.
No, you're absolutely right.
And then the gaming conferences.
But again, I think I still... Bethesda's never done one before, right? Have they done one before?
No, this is their first ever conference.
So they came out swinging pretty hard, and they held their own. So I don't declare anyone a winner. Do you declare someone a winner?
In my eyes, for the consoles, Microsoft, the conference won me over mainly because of the technology with the HoloLens.
Oh, it's so good.
I feel if Sony would have came out with a demonstration of the Morpheus as well and saw what it could do, I might have had maybe a tie. It depends. Right. But the technology that HoloLens brought, that it went to, you could play it on your wall and then move that bastard over to your coffee table or even on my floor on a flat surface. I will pay you money. I will.
Definitely.
I will. What do I need to do for you?
And then I think next year E3, once Windows 10 is out, this crossplay that they're doing with PC games and Windows 10, that's something that Sony cannot compete with. And if they keep this up, they're going to knock it out the park. People are going to get Xboxes. People who have PCs and want to decide to get a console, they're going to go to the Xbox because it still links with their PC and everything they do on it. It's just how it's going to happen. And crossplay, it's something people have begged for forever. About as long as people begged for Final Fantasy VII Remake. And now crossplay is a thing. They've announced it for... The only game they haven't announced it for is Halo 5 Guardians. But, and I personally think that announcement's coming. I think that the crossplay multiplayer is going to happen with that.
I can also see that the crossplay will of course work for PC and Microsoft and for the Xbox.
It's not going to be for Sony. They won't do it.
Well, there are also going to be there will be developers who might create crossplay for the Xbox to PS4 players as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of crossplay is definitely being wanted by fans. Because like us, we're on two different consoles. I would like to play with you in a game. Like if Division could have been crossplay for PS4 to Xbox, that's a perfect. Or Battlefront. Those are perfect examples of crossplay for things.
One thing we didn't mention, which we need to bring up, is the fact that they're going to allow mods on the consoles for Fallout 4.
Oh yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah, PC players create the mods. They can give them to the default players on the consoles. And no charge. All free.
I rebought Skyrim for the PC just for the mods. That is infinite replayability.
It is. The mod community has grown greatly.
I walked through the Resident Evil mansion in Skyrim.
You okay?
I was awesome.
So Microsoft for me, just for the HoloLens, and that's not even that's not even a gaming capability. It's just gaming extra.
Right.
So for Microsoft won me with the HoloLens, but when it comes to the gaming, Bethesda hands down just they blew me away with Doom. Dishonored 2 looked fantastic, and really Dishonored 2 won me because it's a female protagonist that you don't see in games.
Sure.
And then of course everything you can do with Fallout. Fallout is just it's too much for me. I don't know what to do in the game anymore now. I just don't.
Just get it tried out. All right, so that's our Nerds of the Apocalypse E3 coverage.
Partnered with Agents of Geek.com.
That's right. We love agentsofgeek.com.
It's basically it. So next year, I definitely think that Steam is going to be there with a Steam machine.
Probably. Or one of them. Or there's hundreds of them.
different makes and models.
That's
but
right.
yeah, it's a whole thing. So, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to check where you at on Twitter.
I'm at Stevie B 5986. Sorry, at Stevie B 5986.
598. I think I typed that right. It should be right down there.
I hope so.
And you can find me on Twitter at This Is Trex, and also find Agents of Geek at Agents of Geek, or just go to their website agentsofgeek.com and check out all their editorials there. Some good stuff.
Yeah, and you can find us and some other great nerds at nerdstheapocalypse.com. Facebook.com/nerdstheapocalypse. And
The website is at trexlight.com/NOTA.
Yeah, NOTA. It's fairly easy. I actually Googled Nerds the Apocalypse, and we show up all over the place. It's great.
Yay!
That's awesome. So you can find us pretty much everywhere.
Yay!
But, and you probably know about us because you might have gone through the link from our friends at
Agents of Geek.
Agents of Geek. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. It's late, man. You got me. We've been here for like 2 hours. Our friends at agentsofgeek.com. If you follow us
I
there.
did tell Christina we would just be plugging that name all the way through.
Right.
Like agentsofgeek.com. Agentsofgeek.com. I think I might have hit the quota. Not sure.
That'd be right.
But thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to tune in for more E3 coverage even next year, or just find us just on our Facebook just talking about it.
Or tweeting or something.
Or tweeting. Because, E3 is still going as this recording. So thank you all so much for watching. We will see you guys later.
All right, we're Nerds the Apocalypse, presented by Agentsofgeek.com. Nerds the Apocalypse out.